watch Battlestar Galactica. And I was like, hey, you know who the showrunner for Battlestar Galactica was? It was Ronald D. Moore, one of the producers and showrunners for Deep Space Nine, and that show's sick.
Fucking
How do you...
sick. Start pulling up that.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
How do I pull up his profile in here? Oh, I gotta do it from here.
All right, sorry.
Right.
Oh, and almost forgot. I need to get. Okay, popping out chat so I can.
Oh, he's in the Final Fantasy. He's hanging out in Final Fantasy 14 for now because he can't get in.
What
Hello?
in
There
the
he is.
world?
Oh, there he is.
My God.
I had to leave and then come back in, so I just popped into Final Fantasy 14 General.
You sure did.
They're like, who are you?
Where did Brad go? God damn it! I
He
had
went
to
to
set
Final
up
Fantasy 14.
There he is.
this motherfucker. All right.
I can't believe there's still such an active
There we
voiced Discord channel. They just turn it on at the beginning of the day and just hang out. They're not even playing Final Fantasy 14. They just hang out in there.
Yeah.
As
Hilarious.
is their right.
How's my
They're
video's
loud?
not on, right?
No, your video's not on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I need to turn it on, right?
That would
Is
be nice.
that okay or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's better than that, right?
that's very bright. But
Yeah.
but don't worry.
Well, I
'cause
tore up everything in my room.
This is a new angle. I'm not used to this angle.
Yeah, because I finally tore out. Oh my. Yeah, you don't want to.
I didn't know there was a window there.
Yeah, there's a window here. There's a. Well, it's a lower. I've had a big monitor for a while, but I had never plugged it in because it wouldn't fit it. I had this thing on the back right there. This thing. This thing used to be here, and it's not here anymore. So all my stuff's there.
I feel like
you ever
your
worry
room
about
is...
a house fire? I feel
What's
like
that?
a house fire is like.
Oh, well, I'm more of like worried my room's gonna like cave in if I have too much stuff.
I mean,
That's more of what I'm worried about.
I
dude.
was gonna say your room looks like it might be better stocked than my local GameStop.
It's yeah. You
well, that's absolutely true.
have you seen? Yeah, that.
That's not even.
Especially
in question.
considering. Have you been into a GameStop in the last like
Yeah,
2-3 years?
It's
pathetic,
depressing.
dude.
It's sad. It's
depressing.
legitimately
Absolutely
sad.
absurd.
Ugh.
This is the year. I'm calling it. This is the
I know
year.
people talk shit about GameStop the corporation, and that's fine. But like, it's still too many like
Well,
it is a place for people without a lot of money to buy used games for cheap. And when that goes away, like that's
We all
place just
fucked.
doesn't exist anymore.
You know they're rating cards now. That's like one of the services that you can send them your cards and they'll rate it and then they'll put them in the plastic little cases for you and send them back with the ratings.
That's
they've been doing
actually-
it. They've offered this service for like 5 or 6 months now. They have not returned a single one yet.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
But is it like an accredited rating company, or is it like just some bullshit?
and then they just raised the price
Supposed
too.
to be.
I'm gonna really out. I'm gonna really
$15.99
out.
$18.99.
I'm gonna really just out myself here and say, what the fuck does that even mean?
You never collected. Oh yeah, baseball cards. You never into baseball cards.
Is this strictly
You never-
baseball cards? No, I collected X-Men
No,
cards.
It's
You've seen
all
games in
it's
like
comic
the
books and like
plastic acrylic, whatever it is that they
they have
put
a
them in,
number
and
that's
they're
like
rated.
Yeah.
9.8 or whatever on it.
You know what's funny? Mike and I had a conversation about this, and it's like, it's kind of like a big scam, right? Because who really rates?
Yeah.
Who really values what a 9.1 Super Mario Brother indicate? Like, there's no real way. They're just like, oh, we're just going by what eBay and the market is, right?
We're
So, like,
just now realizing this is all
No,
arbitrary.
So yeah, exactly. That's the point. And so people will just post it up and like, how do you know someone's not buying someone else's for like 1,000? It's like, oh, there's an auction that's sold for 1,000. It's worth 1,000. Everybody goes and gets it, and they all list all theirs for 1,000.
When is the bubble gonna burst on that? Really?
It already burst.
Well, the economy's about to collapse.
Did it?
So.
Yeah.
Like, did it actually burst enough though?
Why you want your copy of Suikoden?
No. I was thinking like stuff like limited run games are all those physical copies like instantly just.
Well, it's bad now because everybody. originally they were like saying we're gonna make 500. That's it. But then they realized like 500, everybody just buys it out and then just resells online like crazy. So now it's all pre-orders, and I guess they pre-order up to a certain point, and then I guess they go up to the next tier up is however many they order. And so now if you want it, you have like a 1 month window to pre-order it. And
I guess I'm more mean if you don't buy it right. Well, whatever. We do trailer talk now before we actually start recording.
All right,
so
hold your horse.
So you're doing it now?
We're just gonna we're gonna watch it through Discord and just
Who's we?
us.
Us. All of it. Hold on.
We're
hold
live, and then Nick's gonna play the trailers for trailer talk, and we're just gonna watch him talk.
I am going to do that, although I'm just realizing.
Okay, so I don't need to change anything.
No.
Oh yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm like forgetting how this works, even though we do this.
You might need to. So Chris
all the
Davis
time.
recently moved out to the boonies where he can't get good internet. So now Nick's hosting, and he's still like in the.
I'm still
this
like
is like
learning
his
how this
third week
works.
of doing it, so he's kind of rusty. But
So switch the trailer talk. Okay.
Okay.
I legitimately feel sad for you though, Chris Davis. To me that is like an actual nightmare to go through that.
What's the boonies? What's his address?
All right. Hold on.
Don't-
Everybody shut
Yeah,
your mouth.
let's not dox me. I've only been here a month.
You post more pictures of your own house than anybody else here. That dude on YouTube who can tell exactly where you are on planet Earth by just looking at your carpet or whatever could find out exactly where you live.
Probably, yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to. I'm working on it, guys. This is weird. I don't know how this works exactly.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I don't think.
It just says stream pause. Nick has minimized their application. I think when you get it up, it'll start.
Oh my fucking god, motherfucker!
It's okay.
You sound like me playing Prince of Persia: Lost Crown.
What?
Oh, that game pissed me off so much, Brad.
It's good because it's hard.
No, it's not. It's not hard.
It is.
It's not hard.
I was so worried it was going to be some lame.
It's designed exactly the same way as Final Fantasy Rebirth.
All right.
It's just purposely
easy.
It's purposely
Easy.
It's purposely made in a way that's difficult.
I need somebody to talk to me for a second because I cannot for life of me figure out how I did this where I could see the stream, I could see OBS, and I could see y'all at the same time. I've done this before, and now I can't figure out how the fuck it works. I'm on the struggle bus today.
Us? Well, so what is the issue here exactly? You need to watch the trailers, right?
I'll see. I'm glad I have this light.
My issue is that I only have 2 screens.
You do say this.
I know, because I literally can't function with just 2 screens. It's...
Let me ask you this. Can you get a third monitor?
No, I don't fucking have room.
Let's not have this argument again. Full screen, the trailer in YouTube.
I do that, and then y'all disappear. I literally have done that.
I got an idea. Why
don't look at me?
Move Discord
to
the other monitor.
No. Why don't Chris Davis and Nick switch places?
You just move out into his new house, Nick.
And is the fucking okay? I cannot. I can see it. Why can't y'all see it?
I can
see it just fine.
I can't see shit.
I don't know if we can hear it yet. You can't see us, or you can't see the trailer. You don't need to see us right now,
guys.
You're gonna look. You're gonna look at the YouTube stream. We're gonna look at the Discord stream.
The stream can't see y'all either.
Oh, let me see. I see what he's saying. So you're blowing it up in Discord or whatever,
dude.
Don't blow it up in Discord.
Don't y'all have to be? Okay, no. Okay.
You don't need to do that. We have our own control on our end.
Okay.
To see things.
Okay. Okay. Hold the fucking phone. I'm almost there. I'm just trying to.
You got this.
I do that. Okay. That.
I have a question. I have a question for you, Nick.
All right, we're good.
I'm waiting for the podcast to start before I ask you.
Okay. Well, we're doing trailer talk, which we do for like half an hour before we start the actual recording. By the way, make sure you do a local recording, not for now, but when the podcast starts.
Holy shit! What's the program called again?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, no.
he's fucking with you, dude.
No,
Just start the trailer.
I finally tore my computer apart and started a new computer.
Hit the play on the fucking trailer. This is David. We just talk
This
over
is
him.
like
Come on, you know how this
herding cats.
works. You got it.
Cats. Now you understand my pain, Nick.
Can y'all see this trailer? Y'all watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, but crank up YouTube in the all the way. We need more audio. There you go.
Is that better?
On the
Better.
edge of
We'll work with
ruin.
it.
And we can control the volume someone on our end.
Thirsts for blood
How's
and
chat?
vengeance. And a
I'm also
hero
a little terrified that my
who's seen
computer's
far
gonna
too
blue screen
few
again.
winter. The fate
well,
of the North
It happened.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
by a whisker.
I think this is my 4th time doing the podcast myself, and I think my computer has blue screened twice.
What do you think about Tales of Iron 2?
Scattered
Ed picked it up
clans.
and it's kind of not the huge dub maybe he thought it was going to be.
Its loathsome beasts.
I mean, was the first game a huge dub?
Wield the very
I mean, it's like an
power
82,
of
83 on
gods.
Metacritic, OpenCritic,
Forged
which is
to
solid, of
fire,
course, for an indie game.
steel, and
I think
iron will.
when you're betting on indie games for Fantasy Critic,
Mankind
sequels are
prevail in
usually
its
a safe
darkest hour.
bet because, you know, they're proven, right? It's a sequel.
Do
So you kind of
not
expect that it would get a
yield
similar score.
and show
This one got a few points less.
no
Honestly, I kind of
mercy.
saw it coming, that's why I didn't bid.
Tales of Iron 2.
This is a game.
Whiskers of Winter.
You don't necessarily have to loop it, but real quick, this is a game where Geralt of Rivia narrates it, and it has a nice look. And I think the aesthetics kind of propped up that first game a lot. And I feel like that sort of stuff isn't going to be as valued as highly in a sequel that's mostly more of the same. So that's probably why it dropped a few points. But whatever. Next trailer. Yeah, it does look cool. It looks cool. It's not like tragic score, but you know.
All right, next game.
This one also looked cool, also in the 70s. It's just hard to bid on indies, man.
I'm not bidding. I'm not
told
bidding
y'all,
on a
y'all
single
know
indie
it.
game this year. The one indie game I bid on or that I drafted was canceled a week later.
And hunted
This
by
is,
shadows.
Oh, that's something we need to talk
Blasphemous
about.
Dead, or it's like co-developed with the
I
Blasphemous
am
Dead.
Alfredo Martin,
Yeah, but this is like
the
a
servant
was
of
this the real
God,
time stealth game?
imprisoned here
Or the-
against
This is
my
the
will.
me looking game.
I
What the
investigate
fuck,
hidden
Crispy?
truths, banish darkness, and distract the unwary.
That's pretty good. Crispy.
Yet
Is that me?
even
Is that
I
Nick?
cannot
He's
escape
in the
the
middle. You
fear.
can't even see him. What is that? Why is he Tony Soprano?
Where did that even come?
That's
I am not
inconceivable.
alone in
Nick's
my
not giving Tony
tribulations.
Soprano at all.
I have
Can I add
gathered my
a s-
condemned brethren, each burdened with their own
there's gameplay
afflictions, to
This is
aid
Stone
in
of
our
Madness.
desperate flight.
This actually
from
looks really cool.
cursed place.
It's like a me game, but it's kind of like Cthulhu, where everyone is. Alright, audio is a tad too high. Maybe crank it down a little bit. That's according to
Too high for
First claims her power comes from
Chat or like
knowledge.
you?
Yeah,
That
just
sounds
chat.
like me.
I
Chat
dare
asked it.
not believe
Is that any better?
nor entirely doubt.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, this looks cool. But I mean, I guess it's like a 70s game because it's indie.
Yeah, we don't bid on indie games here because that is
We
a
do.
bad move.
I mean, sometimes they hit, but it feels like rolling the dice.
Resourceful and unafraid to do what others cannot. Yet
I mean, it's
the
got a cool art
flames of
style,
her
and
past
it's
still
a
haunt
type
her.
of game that seems cool. And like, so they're all like struggling with like
She draws attention
sanity
away
in
from
different
her
ways, I think.
companions.
So like trying to
Small
accomplish a
frame
task
allows her
with
to
the team,
hide in
it's kind of
places
like one of
others
those,
could never
you know,
reach.
mini games like
But the
Desperados
eerie
or
sights of this
Shadow
place
Tactics
bring
or
out
whatever,
the
but
fears.
like your characters kind of suck. And maybe that's why reviews were kind of like, I don't know about this. But it's a cool idea. So like they like for example, they might have someone who's like afraid to go into the
Together,
light. So you're
we
using
endure,
your other characters. If you need to
striving
use
for
that character and his
deliverance
ability,
from
you
this
might
madness.
need to like turn off some torches or whatever. You know? Or
That was
the
a-
opposite. He's afraid of the dark.
That was kind of.
And
an
it's
epic
got the
trailer.
narrator from Darkest Dungeon. It seems cool. I don't know.
The next game. What's the next game narrated by?
Bear witness
Oh, this game. Yeah, this is
for the future.
it's a launch trailer for Rebirth on the PC.
You guys watch old trailers? Oh, PC.
This is not old trailer. It's a new trailer.
Sephiroth.
I don't know. Just thought it'd be worth watching.
He's
A
insane.
little.
He's after something so powerful.
Let me guess.
Yeah,
Sephiroth
right,
shows
Once
up.
we stop him.
Did you say
Alright,
let
for
me
our
guess
conversation.
Sephiroth shows up? Good guess.
We're gonna try to record the spoiler cast, y'all, next week. I think is the plan. Sometime next week.
I mean, I'll be in Austin on Thursday.
David was. But are you gonna have finished the game by Thursday?
Well, I wasn't going to
What
for
happened
this
to
morning.
place?
You said that Sephiroth is
I was like, I'm good, I'm fine.
Have you ever look? I'm accusing, but I'm also that person where I was always finishing my paper the night before, or like, you know,
I was
on the way to class.
I was the one who was like, hey, I'll just take the 10 points off and turn it in tomorrow.
Okay, see, that wasn't me.
You know,
That makes sense.
David convinced us to do a spoiler cast for Rebirth like
Yeah,
6 weeks ago, and then he
No,
didn't finish the game.
No, that's not the story. That's not the story. That's not the
This was in the
story.
summer. This was in the summer when I was trying to tell him. I was like, Nick, when are you going to finish it so we can do the podcast?
I thought you
No.
that meant you'd already finished it. I went and busted my ass and finished it in like 3 days after that.
Yeah.
Well, you did actually.
And now I forgot. It's been so long, I've forgotten everything.
So
That's what I was worried about.
So watch a refresher. Watch a little refresher, man. I've been watching refreshers and.
Oh, you guys don't want to. Are you sure y'all want to hear my take? Winged Z-Toll?
It'll come back. No. Don't talk about Rebirth right now. I just want to say the
you know,
whole reason we're doing a spoiler cast. Pause this. The whole we don't talk about that game. I could see David. David was never gonna finish that fucking game. I said you should play it. You're probably gonna hate.
Oh,
I was like,
you know the whole reason I started that game at all?
You know what?
Because
This
out
could
of
be the
nowhere-
opening conversation in the fucking spoiler cast. We need to move on. Play this shit, Nick.
Out of nowhere, real quick, out of nowhere, Brad texts me and goes, "Have you played the game? As you'd love Yuffie."
Well, that's true.
I was like, really?
I was trying to get him to play because honestly, I feel like anybody our age who grew up with Final Fantasy VII needs to play this game, warts and all. You have to experience because it's absolutely insane, that game, in good and bad ways.
Crispy, why is your camera sideways?
I'm here for it, honestly.
Or upside down.
I liked that portrait view. Please play this trailer. Hey, this is the Darkest Dungeon 2 Kingdoms launch trailer. So Darkest Dungeon 2 is kind of a controversial game. The first one is loved, but the second one they tried to do everything very different.
I didn't like
This
the first
Kingdoms release has been kind of a long time coming. It's sort of a complete rework of all the components of Darkest Dungeon 2 in kind of a new mode. I guess in a desperate attempt to like appeal to the fans of more of the first game.
Do we like that?
I think
do we like it when they do that? That almost feels.
No, well,
gross.
I mean, look, I mean, they stuck
sometimes.
to their vision with the sequel, even throughout early access into 1.0. It's like, this is our vision. I mean, they listen to feedback, but some people just didn't gel with it. Like Carlos is one who he adores the first game, but he famously doesn't click with the second one. And I've seen a lot of it. I really like the second one. This isn't. It's not like they're making Darkest Dungeon 1 again, but it has some of the elements that were missing from 2, like kind of like the homestead building up and stuff.
Be tested.
So I'm curious to try it. It is a free update, and they also released the new character, the Abomination, which is a popular disaster from the first.
Well, first
game.
of all, I need a Zero Skies. There's a very clear difference here. Cyberpunk 2077 was a broken game that was released and later fixed and improved upon. We're talking about literally changing the vision of the game. Like that's a little bit different.
No.
And I'm
it's
not
just a
even saying.
mode.
I was
It's
just asking the question.
No.
I was
They
just
didn't
asking the
change
question.
Darkest Dungeon 2. That's just a new mode. It's still Darkest Dungeon 2 is still there.
We're not talking about Darkest Dungeon 2 anymore.
No, we're talking about Love-ish. Y'all know what this is? This is the new game
I
from
don't know,
the new
but I just
roguelike.
watched a play called Love Less.
No. Love-ish is the new. So this is from the developers of Astalon, Tears of the Kingdom, Tears of the Earth, which is a game I love.
This is why
But,
Brad gets to make these trailer talk playlists.
So
they're all just pimping games.
I'll say that Astalon, Tears of the Earth is a game kind of like Animal Well, where if you just sort of like crit path it or whatever, it's kind of like whatever. But there's so much like cool optional hidden tricky stuff in that game that once you do it all, it's like really comes alive. Like Animal Well. But this is like a roguelike. This seems very different. These guys also made a Castle in the Darkness, if you've ever heard of that one. Also a Metroidvania, but that one's quite a bit older. I don't know, this looks cool. I tried the demo and it seemed like weirdly hard, and I don't know if I'm gonna
Love-ish?
click with it. But
Love-ish?
I like the look of it. It's got cool art. I don't know.
It's got a killer soundtrack. Ooh, what's
Did we?
this?
I added this because I don't know if we ever talked about this game.
I don't know. We have not.
Well,
What the
you've seen
fuck?
it. This was in the big The game. This was in the Game Awards. This is the one where Aaron Paul came out. He's like, "Yo, I'm in a video game, bitch." Ex Telltale people.
Oh, Aaron Paul.
It's like a superhero management game.
Oh,
But it's like a
that's
Telltale game.
right.
Dude, what the heck?
It's just got good production values, and I don't know. I think it's actually,
Doesn't this look like
Wait,
every
did this come
movie
out?
that was ever released?
Mega Man.
no, it's a video
Kid,
game.
I thought.
I know, but I mean, same setup, same like writing.
This on the inside.
Oh, I'm sure they're channeling
My
the
suit
cinema.
was
I mean, the
destroyed.
television.
You have a lot left to give. I would like to make you an offer.
I know what it means to be a game from the developers of Tales from the Borderlands. I just don't give a shit.
You want me to sit in
Oh,
an office?
Nick.
and
Look,
dispatch
you're allowed to have
heroes?
bad takes. You've had
In
plenty.
exchange,
I get
we
it.
can make you
You not liking Tales from the Borderlands is a you problem.
This is a y'all problem. This is all
He's
y'all's
talking about
fault.
the first Tales of the Borderlands.
Yeah,
I played one episode.
Get a call, and guess who answered?
Oh my god, they did do another season of that, did they?
Yeah, you never played it
I never played it. It got kind of
with-
mid in reviews.
with the ice cream level where you're like a lady
What are you
making ice
doing in
cream.
Visigal?
You're going,
What do y'all think about this? I don't know. This is one where like
This
people
shot
seem
reminds
kinda
me of The
hyped.
Office.
That's gonna be a weird insurance.
People seem
claim.
really hyped for this, but
Way things are
So,
going,
but this
I cut
this
the
is
whole damn thing.
you're not actually when you say management, it's not like this is the police or something where you're like sending out.
All
I think
you
it
in the
is.
room.
You're like
What? Yeah, it
dispatch.
is.
You are dispatch.
you're
but
dispatch. The
for
game is called
superheroes.
Dispatch. You're superhero dispatch.
Oh, this is called Dispatch?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the name. That was the name of the studio. Or something.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This looks pretty rad.
I know. So like you're picking the heroes to respond to calls and stuff.
I don't know. Just swap everybody out with My Hero Academia characters, and then I'd be down.
You're gonna eat those
Right?
bricks?
This is basically
That's
My
not
Hero
what the-
Academia, dude.
You know what?
Do you want to send?
Help yourself.
Boo.
You want to send the cute girl with the frog suit, or do you want to send the invisible girl with the
Why
big
is
boob?
David always sending the frog girl to every
But-
call?
Moist Critical is in there.
No,
Did you see
I
it?
refuse to believe that's what he sounds
Did
like.
you ever hear the time when Moist Critical was on a podcast and he
I don't
said
even
he
know
used to
who
watch
that
a lot
is.
of 4PP?
I think someone linked me that at one point. I mean, they all did back in the day. You know, PewDiePie
shit.
did that motherfucker.
Oh shit, dude.
What is this
Wait,
Journey
I-
2? Look at this.
No, this is the new game. I think this was also at the Game Awards, but again,
What game is this?
I'm just saying.
I feel like we never actually talked much about it. This is from the developers
Abzu
of
and
the
the
Pathless. And Abzu,
The
yeah,
Pathless
yeah.
was pretty. And Journey. And Journey.
Well, yeah, because that studio was formed by that game company.
You shut your mouth.
Yeah.
That game.
But I mean, this looks like Journey with a surfboard, so I guess that's cool.
No, I am chronically online, Prince. It's just, I'm in different, in
Speaking
different
of-
ways.
Yeah, Nick is chronically online in like the bad kind, the unhealthy kind
Yeah,
of way.
yeah. Hey, by the
I mean,
way,
I guess everybody is, but
Speaking of the bad way online, Nick, are you looking for any JAV?
What?
There's a new girl that's like
That's not-
really blowing up the internet. In
that's
Japan.
not the kind of bad way we're talking about, man.
But really, yeah. I don't know if Nick's still into that stuff.
I don't. What is J?
Oh, was he? He used to be into that stuff.
What is
Used to be
JAV?
Oh, Nick, don't you fucking lie to us.
Nick.
Chris Davis knows. Look at him grinning over there. He's sweating. He's
No,
sweating.
I can't
I'm
tell
Googling
whether
this.
Dave was trying to
Cookies right
gaslight
now.
Nick or not.
I'm about to
No.
Google this.
Yeah, Google
Google it.
Nicholas.
Type it in.
Don't-
Don't use incognito mode either.
Yeah, yeah.
How does your brain not just immediately go to porn? Like,
Well, I mean, I mean,
what are you talking about, Nick?
No. I mean, like, I have no problem looking up porn, but y'all are making me feel like I'm about to look up like illegal porn or something.
What's AV?
JAV.
What do you think AV stands for?
Adult video.
Audio visual.
Right? And then JAV.
Oh,
would
Japanese
be-
adult video. It's Japanese porn. Okay, Jesus
Okay.
Christ. I've just never heard
It's
that
a new
lingo.
video game trailer. Pull it up on the screen.
Nick doesn't like the
All right, next
classy
game,
names
next
for
game.
this stuff.
We got to get to the Microsoft.
He doesn't
stuff.
know about the mosaic sensors. Let's watch porn.
Yeah, I don't want to see no mosaic
Smut
censor
films. I wanna watch-
bullshit.
Smut.
If I'm
Do
gonna
they have,
watch
like-
some smut, I want it to be like all
Nick is
hanging out in the
famously
open,
racist.
Yeah, but I think they got like AI, like uncensoring all that shit.
Yeah, they
now.
actually do, Brad. You want me to hook you up with the good stuff?
I mean, I just heard.
All right. Let's stop.
This is another
talking
one.
about
I'm trying to
porn.
post trailers for games coming out soon. This one it comes out February. I think this looks really cool.
This does look
Brad,
cool.
do you play any console games ever anymore?
Who are you
Who,
talking
me?
to?
Brad.
Oh.
I
These
play.
are all
Yeah, I
handpicked
played my
by Brad,
PS5
right?
and my Switch. What do you mean?
As much as I love Nintendo, do you really consider the Switch a console game?
Well, the new one. I mean, hopefully, is
But you never
quality.
played in console dock mode, right? I already.
No.
I know you
really.
don't. I specifically only played in console dock mode.
Rated mature.
That's crazy. Anyways, that was a
Oh, that's the Claire Obscure 3 game. 33
horror
Being out
visual
here
novel.
isn't
Looks
what I
cool.
expected.
Damn it! It was
I-
called.
What the hell is
I am
this?
so very excited for this game.
So this game has a release date now. And
Oh,
I-
this is
I
the
guess
Split,
he can take many forms.
Split Infinity.
Learn from the
No.
ones who came before.
What is this?
This
This is Claire Obscure.
Expedition
You just said the
33.
name of it.
No, but well, I thought that was the last one because I was like, what the hell? That's like a pixelated game.
The last one's Urban Myth
Wait, I hear
Disillusion Center.
Okay, this is
Claire
this is supposed to be
Obscure.
like a Dragon Age thing.
Oh no, this is like a Final Fantasy X thing or a Lost Odyssey kind of thing.
Oh lord.
I think this is
It's a
channel.
new French company. It looks cool, but it's like a new French studio. I think they're also selling it for like $40, which to me means it's going to be like 12 hours long. But hey, what do I know?
That's
No,
fine.
South
12
of
hours is
Midnight
good.
is the one that's being sold for $40.
That's perfect.
12 hours is not okay for a JRPG. That's not okay.
Why is it not okay?
Because
Does it need to
RPGs
be
are
a-
about progression systems,
Does it need
and
to be
12
an
hours is not
80
enough
game like
to have a
Final Fantasy
deep,
VII
rich
Rebirth?
progression system.
Let's be clear. This is not a JRPG. This is a French RPG. They're starting a new thing.
No, JRPG is a genre. It's not where it's
Also,
developed.
Nick's gonna play this and love this because it's not Japanese.
This is a JRPG. Oh, that's fucking true. Did you know, David? Did you know Nick failed his challenge?
I failed
Oh,
my challenge.
I could have guessed. He just
Yeah.
doesn't like those Asian characters, right? Those
No, he
Asian
does.
people.
He plays Korean and Chinese games now. He
Did you
just
play
hates
Wukong?
Japanese games.
Wukong?
Don't forget about
Nick, are
don't
you
forget
excited
about
about the new-
Taiwanese. Wait, what?
Taiwanese.
Yeah,
Taiwanese.
he
If
plays.
you want a good Taiwanese game, I'll send you a good Taiwanese game. Nick,
Nick's just
Don't
ahead of the
accept
curve.
any. Don't click any links that David sends you, Nick.
you can
I
play
don't-
Tan Ding. They actually
hit-
speak. They actually speak in Taiwanese, which is different than Chinese.
Oh man. don't-
Hitting play.
And then the main character's last name is Liao.
This is like a world map. No, go back. That's cool looking shit.
We need to cross
And they
this.
said that in the video at the on the Microsoft thing. They no, just scroll back a little bit more. It cuts to them moving around a world map. They were proud to say we actually have a world
Dude,
map.
that's
Check this
Infinity
out.
Nikki, dude. Have you
What's
played
wrong
it?
with Infinity Nikki? People really like it.
Have you played it?
No, it's just
Okay,
a
well
gotcha.
then
game.
you,
The bicycle.
What is that?
That's one of your methods of transporting around the world.
Nick,
man.
how have you not seen this?
Did you not watch the Xbox thing?
Yeah, you're
Listen,
crazy.
bitch. Listen. I was in a fucking 4-hour meeting during the middle of this thing. I did not get to watch shit.
Yeah,
I
it was
watched.
also
It's
like a
called a
week ago.
VOD. It's called a VOD.
Yeah.
Look.
Save them.
Nick, that stands for Video on Demand.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
He's like the dude from Back to the Future. What do you mean you've seen this before?
JAVOD.
He's like, I saw it.
It only just came out. Oh no!
Yeah, just-
You're talking about Back to the Future 3 when Claire Barton was talking to Emmett Brown, and they're talking about was it 10,000, 50,000, 80,000 leagues under
Who
the
the
sea?
fuck
What
is Claire Barton?
It's Claire Barton, right?
No, Claire Clayton.
Claire
Mary
Clayton.
Steenburgen.
Yeah,
the
you're
ravine.
so
Remember, 100 years ago,
The
teachers
Future
fell in the
3
ravine.
expert
We
over
want
here.
teachers we'd like to see fall in the ravine.
Clayton? Are you sure?
Oh,
Wow.
don't. Oh,
Who's
no,
Claire
don't
Barton?
test me on this. Yes, I'm sure.
Who's Clara Barton then?
Oh.
Is that?
Don't-
Could that
nobody
be
Google
a,
that name. We don't.
Could that be
we
a
need to figure out who that
JAV
is
actress? Maybe, perhaps.
I play
Barton,
this shit.
oh.
It looks good, Nick. It actually is a little weird. You have not at least
No,
watched the
guys.
trailers from this thing.
You don't understand. I haven't even played a video game in like 4 days.
Really?
But this is just a trailer.
When was the last time you watched an adult film?
Like 24 hours
don't
ago.
hit play on the fucking video.
What do you think I've been
Not like
doing when I haven't been
Marvel
playing video
movie,
games?
but like
This game looks
actual
nice.
adult refined cinema.
Probably about 3 months.
He hasn't. 3 months. You haven't.
No, I'm
3
kidding.
months.
I'm
He
kidding.
hasn't played a game in 4 days, but he's been using his joystick.
When's the last time you watched a Yorgos Lanthimos film?
What's the OC? What's the OC? The OC? Orange County?
Nick famously watches porn while driving on the highway.
dude.
In its Scion TC, just cruising down 35.
Crispy, this probably shows how long it's been since we've like really hung out in the same room. I haven't driven that car in like 3 years.
Did you get a good
Why
trade-in
not?
for it?
I did actually.
Nice.
Did you get another Scion?
No, I have a Kia.
Scion
bitch.
doesn't exist anymore.
Nobody even knows what anybody here actually drives. If somebody was like, "Hey, look for Brad's
Did
gonna
you
come
get
around
a
the corner,
Kia
look for his
Soul?
car," I couldn't tell you.
I still drive the same car.
Is it a
What
Kia?
do you drive?
No, it's not the Kia.
Is it a Kia Soul?
I used
Me?
to drive a Kia Soul.
Yeah.
No, it's not a Kia Soul.
What's the boxy one? The one that's like a cube.
Oh, it's called
There's
the
a
Cube.
few.
No, the Kia one. Oh, the cube.
Kia Cube.
The Kia one was the Kia Soul.
Cranking hog at a Kia. No, listen.
All right, please.
I
The Nissan Cube.
after work
There's a
tonight.
Nissan Cube.
After work tonight, I stopped at the grocery store. I went to HEB. Getting out of my car, and I see there's this guy sitting in the car next to me in the driver's seat, and he's like fiddling with his phone. And then I see him like put the phone up on the thing that that holds it up, so you can like see, like so you could like look at your GPS, right? And he's playing. I can tell from here. I'm this close. He's watching an episode of Bones. And I'm like, oh, this guy must be waiting for someone.
This could have gone
This-
so
What are you
No,
talking about?
Listen, bitch,
He's
listen.
probably on his lunch break. I
No,
thought you.
listen, God, motherfucker, listen. He's
And
sitting
then he
here in his
pulls
car,
off and starts
watch.
driving.
No, that's my fucking point. He puts it on the thing, and I assume, oh, hey, he's waiting for someone to come out of the grocery store. And then he puts it in reverse and starts backing out of the spot and driving away.
Oh yeah.
So just listening to the
Doesn't
episode.
fucking care
Sometimes
anymore.
you just want some noise, man. I'll drive up to Austin. I'll put on like Avengers or something, and it's like 2.5 hours, and then like by the time it's over,
But do you set it on the dashboard? and
It's
watch
literally
while
on the
you're
thing that
driving?
you can't, like, he's driving and he can
hands-free,
see
right?
it.
hands free. That's where his hands free holder.
Hands
but
free,
his
baby.
eyes
That's
aren't
right.
free.
Yeah.
His
yeah.
fucking eyes aren't free. Okay, are we gonna finish this trailer and then do a podcast?
This game is supposed to be 30 hours long.
Can I ask you a question? Like,
The
why
first
would they?
Avengers
Why
game?
is it named this? This name seems very off-putting.
Whatever, dude. Because all video games have bad names.
No, some games are, like,
Expedition
really
33.
Name
You
it.
understand
It
the
has the
lore that
voice
they're trying to
actress
do
for
here?
I have no
Shadowheart.
clue. That's the thing. As someone coming off, I'll play anything, but
The idea that the quick pitch is that there's a witch out in the world that has cursed everyone to where there's a countdown that she has. And every time it goes down a number, anyone that age or older dies immediately.
It's a good premise.
Or older?
So it's counting down. So now it's at the count
It's like,
33. So this is the Expedition 33 in the 30.
out of
In which
reverse-
His
only
girlfriend's like
33-year-old
32
people.
or something.
Well,
think-
what number did they start from? What age did they start from?
I don't know.
Look.
99. So if they started from 99, it shouldn't be Expedition
It's like
33.
City of
it should be
Children.
Expedition whatever 99.
66.
Look,
Just next trailer.
Probably like
I
64.
I think it's a
65.
fine premise with a dumb name. Okay,
That's then it. Yeah, have y'all seen that like game Claire or whatever with the girl's anime face? Like,
No, go.
okay, we're gonna watch one more trailer and then we're doing.
Oh, we're not even gonna get to Ninja Gaiden.
Hurry
Yeah,
up.
we're
hurry
never
up,
gonna
hurry
get
up.
anywhere
I
tonight.
haven't seen Ninja Gaiden yet.
Maybe
Just
we
play
shouldn't.
the trailers and
maybe
don't,
we
don't
shouldn't
stop
record this. Maybe we should just hang out because I don't.
Well, I pitched the
Yeah,
idea
cool,
of just
dude.
watching trailers all night.
I am
I
scared.
think that's a healthy thing to do, like once a month. Honestly,
I am scared of this podcast.
I would like to talk about Ninja Gaiden.
because David is like 6 people rolled into one. Like that.
that's true,
just,
and I'm 4. So, but just play. If you just play the video,
You don't understand. We're watching that last trailer, and all I can hear is like 18 people talking. There's only 5 people in this call.
Remember earlier today, I said I don't have to be on if it's crowded. But Brad acted like I was a fucking weirdo for even suggesting
well,
it.
okay. So Nolan. The problem is David is like a me, right? And you can't have more than a me on one
Look,
podcast.
You can if you're all in the same room together.
true.
Did it for like 500 episodes.
Yeah, because then you won't talk over each other as much. Because
What
I
do you
can't.
think about this shit? What do you think about South of Midnight? You know, this is from the developer of 2 certified fucking bombs, like 2 certified duds.
What
Yeah.
These people made Contrast, and they made We Happy Few. A game that scored in the 50s.
Contrast was
Literally
fine, but it was a
scored in the
broken mess.
Hazel, please.
It's not about it.
You might need some help.
He's talking about it in the context of it sucking
Selling
sales.
well.
Everybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, there's tons of games. There's tons of games.
Critical bombs. They're critical bombs. I'm saying they've made bad games according to critics.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that like because We Happy Few had such a like public attempted No Man's Skying, you know, where they like released the game and then like redeveloped the game after it was out.
It ain't just about
I don't think this is the same. I don't think this developer is the same as it was when that game came out.
No, you're right, but I'm still saying, like especially with all this fantasy critic nonsense, I'm always looking at like a studio's history. Like, oh, I don't know about this new game, but you know they shipped a lot of wins before.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's the reason why I haven't taken a chance on it. But I am excited for it, and I hope it is good. It feels risky.
Is that a snake
cool
talking
setting.
or is it a giant mushroom?
It's a catfish. It's a catfish, bro.
This is you know, the bayou.
It's a river cat.
It's a river cat.
Louisiana. I can talk like that because my family's from Louisiana.
This better work.
Oh Lord. Oh, this is actually like a game, like an action game.
Yeah.
What the shit?
That's the part, right? When it gets to the action gameplay, it just looks kind of mid. Like, so, like the art style looks neat, right? And the character designs are cool, and there's a big catfish, and I like that, right?
If the world is fun to explore, I could care less if the combat is like kind of forgettable.
What the?
This is the kind of shit where if it ends up being like an 85, David will never play it. But if it's like a 62 on Metacritic, it'll be his game of the year.
I've never heard words truer than that.
That makes a lot of sense. You know what one of my favorite games was from last year?
Wait, let me guess.
I came all this way to hear your story.
Justice League? Or
was
sorry,
something I
Suicide
grasped, I
Squad?
bet.
Kill the Justice League?
Justice League was actually the game I spent the most time with last year.
It'll be some co-op game.
No, last year was Outcast probably.
Outcast?
Outcast, a new beginning.
to try bottling up the pain.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude.
What?
That's
Shut
relevant.
the fuck up. Outcast?
Yeah.
Keeping
Did you
secrets.
not play that game?
No
were
one
talking
played
about-
that game. Like, literal 50-year-olds played that game.
I am 43.
Is that a remake or is that a sequel? It's a sequel to Outcast.
It's a sequel.
From the late 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that for? Why did anybody make that?
I don't know, but it's pretty.
It was for
sweet, dude.
David.
The world was pretty sweet. You like can
It's
fly
like
around.
it's like a famous hidden gem.
All right, can
Like
I stop
the
this? Or
original.
are we good?
One with Game Pass.
Well, can you just do at least the Ninja Gaiden 4 because we are talking about that tonight. Look, it's right here.
Oh,
It's
look,
right
it's right here. Okay.
Yeah, I was just playing the 4 trailers that were in that Microsoft thing. That
Is Ninja Gaiden Black worth it, Brad? Because I have a copy.
we'll
of
talk
Ninja
about it
Gaiden.
tonight because
Ninja Gaiden Black is super expensive.
Chris Davis is playing Ninja Gaiden Black 2.
Oh. Okay.
So have you seen this one at least? Nick?
I
Dude,
remember talking
this is no, because I don't really care for this franchise.
for Asian games.
But wait,
Damn.
you okay? Just let's watch it and
Several
then
years
we'll
ago,
transition to the podcast.
The Dark Dragon.
Ninja
young
Gaiden.
You don't
Actually,
care
wait,
for
no,
this
I take that
franchise?
back.
But how-
I take
how-
that back.
how much
I did
experience
watch.
do you
I
have
watched
with
about
it?
half of this trailer, and then I lost interest, and I turned it off.
Well, what specifically? It just doesn't. What it
However,
turns you off about it?
Dark
I have
Dragon
no
must
clue.
remain
Couldn't tell you.
Doesn't he like
He
Devil May
famously-
Cry and
Helen
Yeah, he
and
famously
Star
hated
Wars
Devil May
of
Cry
Crimson
5,
Ring.
right?
The
And
I don't know if
everybody loved that one.
hate is a strong word.
Against chaos
I just
to this day.
didn't.
And he thinks
like it
Devil
very
May Cry
much.
3 is too easy, famously.
who is this fool?
mission.
It's basically right
Okay,
into-
well, it's interesting that Platinum Games is
reuse-
working with Team Ninja to make a Ninja Gaiden game.
They're go-
You know, Itagaki was in the news today. I saw someone link to a Twitter article from Harada, and it was about Harada and Itagaki beef from back in the day. Itagaki being the Dead or Alive guy, Harada being the Tekken guy. And it was like there was an article of like your 5 most hated games of all time or something, and it was Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That was so good.
And Harada went into this really long story about his interactions with Itagaki, and it was actually really interesting to read on Twitter.
Well,
he did one of those things where you can type a whole bunch of shit, Twitmonger or whatever. It was actually an interesting read. Where he kind of like chronicled all his interactions over the years with Itagaki. Itagaki's
I don't know.
He's a piece of crap.
well, I mean, didn't say that. Is he like
there's
canceled
some
or whatever?
stories out there.
Is he problematic?
But see, that seemed he seemed like the kind of guy who'd be outed later as like a creep. He just seemed like one. Oh well. Hate to see it, but he's not. He's long gone from Team Ninja, you know. So.
Oh yeah.
But this looks good. I don't. I'm sorry this ain't for you, Nick. But like, I guess did you play Metal Gear Rising or?
I did play Metal Gear
You don't
Rising.
play these games.
I did play Metal Gear Rising, you bitch.
Yeah,
I'll be interested
like
if it
Yeah.
There's no way that like Nick has a Senator Armstrong wallpaper on his
No, I
computer.
definitely
There's no
don't have a
fucking way.
Senator Armstrong
Play
one.
it day
But I,
one with Game Pass.
look, I would never sit here and tell you that Revengeance is my favorite Metal Gear game.
No one says that. Well, some crazies do,
How about
but you know,
Metal
that's
Gear
not.
Survive.
Some people might call it their favorite action game or whatever.
All right, I'm stopping this shit. Or
yeah,
We
you
can
can
stop because we're going to talk about this.
we're gonna
later.
talk about this exact.
It's
game.
crazy that you didn't even get. This is all Dexter's fault,
I'll grab
right?
my coffee.
It
right
is kind of, but you know that's neither here nor there. How do I end this?
What is
Oh, I guess we didn't get to the Assassin's Creed
Uh,
Shadows story trailer. Sucks to be you, Nick.
Sucks to be. I did watch that
Oh,
actually.
So let me ask you.
Oh,
This is
shit.
kind of funny because it's about Japanese games, but
Oh,
like
shit.
you're like I'm into ninja games as long as they're made by Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, of course.
as long as they come from a Western colonialist.
It's not even a joke though. It's like literally what's happening.
Here, guys, tell me if y'all can hear this because I just want to make sure I have the audio set correctly when I run this footage. This is gonna kind of spoil some of the games we're talking about tonight, though.
You're asking me or the chat?
Chat,
Oh, spoiler.
Okay, so
y'all
Oh,
shouldn't.
so the David footage you need to mute.
It's already
Oh,
muted. I think
yeah.
I think it's already muted. Like y'all shouldn't be able to
cursing
hear
it.
anything.
I'm cursing a lot in these games, by the way. Yeah.
That's fine. We don't want
Cursing?
any speaking from you during the footage. We just need the footage.
Of
There's
course,
a
I
lot
like
of
Ghost
loaded-
of Tsushima. What
there's
are
a-
you
there's a
talking
lot-
about?
He
Donkey
likes
Kong-
Ghost of Tsushima. Rise of the Ronin, though.
I do dislike Rise of the Ronin. I do dislike Rise of the Ronin.
Oh man!
Wow.
But I also
It's just
played.
funny. It's not even like a coincidence that he's like this. It's just he just
But I
liked it.
also
he
played-
owned it.
But I also
Fucking
technically played like 120
Last Samurai ass
hours of like
motherfucker.
Persona type games in 2024. So like, come on, guys, come on.
Did you like Persona? Oh, by the. Oh wait, should I bet a friend $1,000 that he couldn't beat all. He was starting the Yakuza 0 game up. I was like, you can't beat all the Yakuza games by the end of the year, and like, I
Please
know
tell
he
me.
could. I knew physically he could, but it's the burnout of those games because
Yeah,
how
no one
similar
could
they all are.
stomach the entire
That's a lot.
Yakuza series.
Yeah, so 0
How-
through 6, and he got to 6.
Then
and he was
again,
at
we have a community member that just completed a 300 JRPG run.
Yeah, he did.
That
Like,
is
Blob
that
it's
is
possible.
still insane to me.
Chai Tai.
No, Blobly.
Blobbly.
Blobbly. He finished what? He finished it or what?
He played like every RPG ever made.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
No, he
has
played
a
it
super
from
list
that
for it.
era. He played like all like the PS1 and PS2 RPGs and stuff. 300 JRPGs is pretty crazy though. I hit record on Audacity.
All right,
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Test.
Oh, we
I am
still
recording?
record this?
Yeah, we're gonna record
Oh.
it.
We're doing a
I didn't
regularized podcast.
Just
We're
be
I didn't
cognizant,
realize-
guys.
I didn't realize. I gotta.
You
change
gotta what?
Blah 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 blah.
Change
blah.
clothes?
I didn't realize. Here, hold on.
What is he?
Okay, Chris Dave, you're not on the ones and the twos anymore. So if you just need water, just get up. Get water during trailer talk. That's a casual part of the night where we're just kind of getting.
I got it. Yeah, we're done. We're
You
all
went
good.
after. You went after.
in between trailer talk and the podcast. It's okay.
He wanted to watch the trailers, Brad. He was interested.
Okay. Yeah.
I like engaging with my friends.
He
I'm
likes,
stopping my recording.
He likes video games.
Can I ask you something?
Bradley.
Me? When have I
Did you
ever
watch
stopped
the
you?
Doom? Did you watch the Doom trailer?
I did watch the Doom thing. You know what? I'm sitting here trying to figure out because like they also released like the minimum specs for Doom on PC, and I'm like
You'll be fine.
I'm like right on the fucking line, and I'm like,
I thought you girls.
They recommended like a 3070 minimum, and I'm like, that's what I have.
You have a 3070?
I have a 3070 Ti.
Here's the reason. Here's the reason is why they're doing that minimum. They're requiring ray tracing for this game.
Yeah, I don't think that's why I'm like, I don't know if my PC.
There are going to be mods that immediately turn that off, and you'll have a much better time.
So I have to immediately mod the game just to play it?
No, you're not going to have to. I think you will be just fine. Like that game, like on a lot of systems, ran like 200-300 frames per second.
I'm just like, is this going to be a PS5
settings.
game for me? Is all I'm saying.
I'm going to need someone in chat to
I don't think
translate
so.
for me. Hey, wait, Nick. When you get upgrade your graphics card, homie.
Yeah,
you give me that homie discount.
I said I would
that's
if
how it
and
is.
when I upgrade my graphics card, but
I was
waiting.
struggling running Ninja Gaiden Black 2.
How are them
I had to tweak
4090s
some
doing?
shit.
Alexa, turn off broadcast light.
How are these?
Look,
4090s
I'm not going to be able to
doing?
play the Valve.
Look,
Get
I
that
hope
new
you
graphics-
don't own Nvidia stock, okay?
Alexa, turn
Yeah,
off
now's
broadcast
not the time to
light.
be NVIDIA
Get
stock
an
owner.
Nvidia card, maybe.
I don't own any stock. Okay.
Good.
Although I don't know. Wait, what did you say it was? It was a 3060?
3070. I have a 3070 Ti.
Okay.
That's still pretty all right.
It's still. You hear the pause
Look,
in Chris.
I'm on a
Davis's
1080.
voice?
Okay, I need him to. You
Chris
need
Davis is
to
a
sell him a new
sicko.
card so I can have his old one, Chris Davis.
Nick, I was on a 1080
I
Ti
certainly
until
can't afford a new
18 months
graphics
ago.
card.
18 months ago.
Just don't. Okay, is everybody recording?
Oh shit!
I wish I wasn't.
I'm gonna press a button and see if it works.
I don't have enough hard drive space.
It
for this
looks like it's recording.
bullshit.
I think so. I need to make sure
You're
it's the
making me
right
nervous,
microphone.
Crispy.
No,
I need to make sure it's the right. How do I make sure it's the right microphone?
You go to audio setup at the top and
What is he?
make sure
What
it's
David? What are you wearing? And why are they all of a sudden talking about porn again?
Are they talking about porn? Huh?
Is that outfit?
You like my
porn?
jumpsuit?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure there have been some probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Audio setup. Audio setup, you said? Oh, I need to stop it first.
Yeah, audio setup and then go to recording settings and make sure, and then you can choose your microphone.
Recording
there.
device. Ooh, it was on webcam.
Yeah, don't
I
do
need
that. That goes for
hyper-
everybody here, obviously.
Just recording device, right? Microphone,
Yes.
hyper.
Davis, is this like a new kind of like a closer angle? I mean, I like it. It's showing less. I think this looks better than your normal. You could see all of his white room, and it's 80% of the shot.
You're saying Davis?
Oh no,
or
it's a
David?
different camera.
Okay, it's recording. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Well, I mean, the
This is my
quality
camera.
does look better, but I'm saying like the angle and like the
well, yeah, it's a little higher up because I
The-
looks a little
The
better.
high angle has like a diminutive effect.
I think the
Makes it
point
look
is
like
it looks
we're
better, and that's
looming
all that
over
matters. That's
you.
really all you need to take from
It
this
makes you
conversation.
seem small, isolated, scared. I like it.
But it is a better shot than your last camera. Like it doesn't look insane like your last setup. Which
All right, are
just
y'all
looks
ready? Are y'all ready to do
wrong.
this?
I'm
Oh
I'm
my
ready.
god, shut up.
Is that N back there? Is that a Nintendo thing?
No,
It
no,
is.
no, no. Nick,
Oh,
just
sorry.
start
God
the
damn.
fucking show.
What the hell? I thought. I'm
Let me
curious
start
about
this
that. What is
podcast.
that?
Don't turn around and look. He's gonna drop out of the car.
That's actually really funny. Oh man. Hey everyone, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 824. It's January 28th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined today by Brad Simons,
Yo.
Christopher Guthridge,
Hello.
Christopher Davis,
good evening.
and David Lau.
Wrong, Chris.
Hello, how are you
Who?
guys?
David Lau, right?
Yes.
No,
I said hello.
Br-
but
Brad-
I said-
Like,
Well, I
you
mean,
forgot his last
no,
name.
I didn't forget his name. Brad is. We're off to a great start. Brad's like throwing like wrenches in my introduction. Anyways, yeah, this is a surprise. This is nice. We we didn't know David was going to be on the show tonight. It just kind of materialized. No. But like
you knew I was going to be on a show.
Within the last couple of hours, it materialized because I guess I should mention this now. David, Brad, and I have been trying to record a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spoiler cast for what feels like years, but we're going to do it.
The game hasn't even been out for a year.
Okay, that's I was being hyperbolic, but yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna actually get that done and get that out there for you guys to listen to here pretty soon.
Well, that's my bad. I was pushing. I was trying. Nick and I both hadn't finished it yet. And then I was pushing Nick to finish because I knew I wasn't gonna finish unless he was going to.
It was the reason I finished that game.
And the goal was to see if we could finish at the same time.
Oh my god, this is getting gross. I saw that. I saw that hand motion, David. Don't you fucking pretend.
I was reaching for my drink. I don't know where my drink was.
You got to reach around and grab.
Okay.
Anyways, here's the thing. I picked it up the day it came out, and I played a little bit, and I was like, it's Final Fantasy. Okay, whatever. And I just put it down, and then like. The motivating factor was like months later I get a text message from Brad and he's like, hey, have you played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? And I was like, no, I mean I played a little bit. Why would I care about that? And he's like, dude, Yuffie's like the best character, dude. You would love her.
Okay, first of all, that's not what I led with.
What he said. I'll show you the text message.
So the whole purpose was to actually get David to play the fucking game because I truly believe that any person who grew up playing Final Fantasy VII should play this game. And I knew David, it would be a real struggle with David to actually get through that game. So both the Yuffie pitch, but also the spoiler cast pitch was because you are very like goal motivated, right? And you knew, well, why would I play this just for like entertainment? That's absurd. But you knew that if you were playing it with the goal of being on a spoiler cast, you might actually get through it. And that's why we agreed to do a spoiler cast.
How many hours did y'all take playing it? Just real quick. I know we probably
a lot. It was like 80, but
70 or so.
Okay.
And I didn't do a lot of optional stuff.
Really?
I play the good Final Fantasies.
So I did everything I could up to this point.
That's insane. That's insane because that's why you probably hate the game.
I did all the proto relics.
We can't have this conversation now. This is literally the conversation we're gonna have when we do this.
Every single blood. What's it called? Blood card. Blood sport. Battle.
Queen's Blood.
Have you done any? Queen's Blood. Have you done any of the Queen's Blood stuff?
Stop it, David. Literally, you can't have this conversation now. Nick, take it away.
Okay,
What's
I'm
our
sorry.
first topic?
I made the terrible mistake of mentioning Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with David on the call. The point is, we'll get that recorded and we'll get it out there. But tonight, this is kind of our first like regular show, more or less. Maybe not. Maybe we did one of those.
The year?
This is one of we haven't really done a lot of regular shows in a while because we did our award show last week. Go check that out. We did our fantasy draft at the beginning of January. So we're just gonna kind of hang out and talk about some of the stuff. There's been some news. Like we're gonna talk about that Nintendo Switch announcement. We're gonna talk about all the stuff that came out of the Microsoft event last week, and we got some impressions
tonight. In fact,
wait, there's breaking news tonight. Maybe I'm not even aware of this.
News.
What is the breaking news? Break it.
Sony Interactive Entertainment has a new president and CEO.
Oh,
and it is.
Let's kill him.
Hideaki Nishino. Effective April 1.
I'm sorry. Crispy's very inappropriate joke made me miss who the fuck.
But Herman Hulse is still like in charge.
You don't know. It's just some Asian dude. It's like Yakuza when they like when they introduce you to the new Yakuza chairman, and you're like 2 minutes later, like, what was his name again?
That guy.
It's so real. It's so real. Hey,
did I finish my story where I bet my friend $1,000 he couldn't get through all the Yakuza games in 1 year? And he started from 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got stuck on 6, and it was like the last week of December on 6. He probably could have powered.
It was for $1,000.
No, he didn't make it to 7.
He didn't make it. Well,
7 might have been like a second win.
Yeah, different. So we're excluded.
But you knew that was going to happen. You destroyed this man.
It was great. It was. I was laughing at him because he was like on Yakuza. He says Yakuza 5 is like the worst one. It's like the most. sluggish. When he's like,
I have an important question. Was this like an actual bet where it's like if he wins, you give him $1,000. If he loses, he gives you $1,000?
Well, he wasn't gonna like. It was just a one-way
David's
bet.
literally the devil when it comes to these bets. He knew I was never gonna finish Blinks the Time Sweeper because that game is fucked up, dude. The game's fucked up.
It's awesome. I actually went back and beat that again during COVID.
I
was like, I haven't played that game.
That was a choice you made.
But now I'm even better at it.
Of
Like, when I
sound,
played it-
mind, and
when I-
body.
When I played it in college for the first time, I didn't like you. Have y'all felt that y'all have gotten better with games? Games? Like playing
Yes.
them?
Well,
Yeah, it depends on the kind of
We're
game.
slowly
I suppose.
dying, David.
Sometimes you think that because I'm beating like fucking Elden Ring bosses and shit, but then you go back to play like some shit on like the NES, and it was fucked up, man. That stuff really was harder, and it kind of makes you laugh at the stuff that people consider hard now.
Like I'm playing Donkey Kong Country, and it keeps popping up. Do you want to like skip this level and use this tutorial thing?
But it's
we're going to talk about Ninja Gaiden tonight. We're going to talk about Ninja Gaiden tonight. I felt that way back when Ninja Gaiden came out, and everyone's talking about like on
How
Xbox.
hard it was. Yeah,
and everyone was talking about how
I
hard it is, and I'm like, what are you talking about? The NES
I
Ninja
remember.
Gaiden games are so much harder than this.
I think Brad and I were friends at that time, and he was like, I remember talking to him, and he was swirling his wine glass like, Ninja Gaiden isn't even hard. It's so easy. I had to turn the game up in order to make it difficult.
Wait a second. Back the fuck up. Are you saying that David did the whole Devil May Cry 3 is easy thing before I did it?
No,
he's saying I did.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You did the thing that you're constantly making fun of me for.
No, but he's also making shit up. I never turned up
you
the
said it was,
difficulty in
you
Ninja
said,
Gaiden.
you said it was super easy. You said, I don't even know why people find this difficult. I probably have.
Oh, wait a minute. This was the pre-black version of the game where you could just spam Flying Swallow. Flying Swallow?
Oh, yes. That's the first move I did.
It was easy to break pre-black Ninja Gaiden.
That was when I yeah, and then I tried to
What is our
Ninja
first
Gaiden
topic, Nick?
That's a good question. What is our first topic? You know what? Sorry, again, I must remind everybody that
I was really into wine back then. Yeah.
Do you
Why
want
are
to do some
we
housekeeping and maybe talk about some Fantasy Critic real quick?
No, actually,
nah.
we're gonna go ahead and start because we're already kind of talking about it, right? Let's talk about the Ninja Gaiden 4 announcement. It's on the screen.
Well, the trailer was pretty cool. My biggest interest in it is 1, 2, and 3 I've all played a little bit, and they all kind of play. It all feels the same. So I'm like,
I have a serious
trailer. From the
3
trailer,
does not
it looks
feel like.
No, I mean it's the same move sets and everything, right? I kind of don't want it to be the same
I see what you're
move
saying.
set. It's got that weird like tumble roll where like.
I've got a serious question because I'm not a like a big Ninja Gaiden person, but I swear to God, I do not remember Ninja Gaiden 3 at all. I remember 2.
No one bought it because it scored like literally in the 50s.
Yeah,
I thought that was 2.
It was a tragedy. It was like a Devil May Cry 2 situation.
I thought 2 was a tragedy.
No. 2. No, see, you're just uninformed.
2 has issues with it, but we'll get into it.
2 is complicated, actually.
Yeah.
So there's passionate Ninja Gaiden fans out there, and the gold standard for Ninja Gaiden is Ninja Gaiden Black. It was the second version of the original Ninja Gaiden on Xbox that they released that made it like, they basically just refined the game to the perfect distillation of Ninja Gaiden, right? Ninja Gaiden 2 came out, and it was a mess. Like it ran like shit.
I remember we were talking on the podcast from 10, 15 years ago or whatever. You were talking about like climbing some tower where there's it would have been a cool sequence, but all these guys were all running down. Which
we'll get to
there's
this
like
stairwell.
shooting rocket launchers at you and shit. Yeah, they're shooting. So like in Ninja Gaiden 2, it ran like shit. It was like it felt unfair. It felt like an unrefined version of the game.
That was an Xbox 360 game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Xbox 360 game. But then when it came out from PS3, they did the Sigma version, right? But that wasn't just a new version of it. Like they changed a lot.
Yeah, there's like co-op in it too.
To fix like the performance and stuff, they dramatically reduced the enemy count, but they raised the enemy health. That's like one of the controversial things they did, among many other things that Sigma did to really change Ninja Gaiden 2 into a new version that runs better. They removed a lot of the gory stuff. Like in Ninja Gaiden 2, you were constantly like slicing limbs off and they were going flying and stuff.
Yeah.
They removed that stuff from Ninja Gaiden 2, again, maybe to make it run better, but like a lot of very controversial changes. And since then, the fan base has been divided. There's some that say like Sigma is like you are not even a Ninja Gaiden fan if you even respect that game a little bit. Like they're divided, like seriously divided. There's some people that are like, you got to mod the original Ninja Gaiden 2 because that's the only way to have that pure Ninja Gaiden experience. And this new one that came out that was just announced, they're calling it Black. And let me tell you, it's fucking controversial because if you summon the name Black and attach it to a Ninja Gaiden, it means fucking something. Important. Right, like Black was used as the definitive version of the original Ninja Gaiden because there's Ninja Gaiden, which was well received, Ninja Gaiden Black, which is like one of the highest rated action games of all time. Then they did like Ninja Gaiden Sigma when it came to the original game. Also had a Sigma version, which again, the dust under the refrigerator, no one respects that, right? I don't know, it's fine. But my point being, Black is the perfect version of this.
Oh no.
Franchise. And when you invoke the name Black, you're saying this is the definitive version that fixes all of the problems. This is Ninja Gaiden 2 that's the original game that runs like a dream and it's perfectly balanced and it's challenging in all the right ways and the bullshit is gone and you can't spam flying swallow. It's saying that we finally made the definitive perfect version of Ninja Gaiden 2. It is not that. We're talking
Ninja about Ninja Gaiden 4 right now. We're not talking about Ninja Gaiden 2 just yet.
You're getting ahead of yourself,
true.
Brad.
I thought we were going to transition into Chris Davis's first game.
We will in a second, but let's talk about Ninja Gaiden 4 first.
Okay, well, so Ninja Gaiden 4 is a completely different topic. It's Platinum Games working with Team Ninja, which is crazy because when Ninja Gaiden 3 came out, which was the last real Ninja Gaiden game, the Team Ninja was literally in the fucking bottom of a ditch. Like they were not putting out games that it was when they put out Ninja Gaiden 3, which literally scored in the 50s. And Platinum Games, when they were kind of like getting started, they were releasing Bayonetta and like fucking Vanquish and stuff like people really respected Platinum Games back then. Those games were scoring really well. Well, now
they were kind of siphoning off
since
Team Ninja's.
Team Ninja these days has a lot more respect because of their the Neo games, right?
They spent 10 years making the first Neo, and they made a fantastic.
Well, they weren't developing the game the entire time, but you're right. The original Neo was announced a long time ago, but when they started working on it again and they started putting out those games, modern Team Ninja has a lot more respect. While Platinum Games has been hemorrhaging.
Rise of the Ronin. Sorry. Oh.
Rise of the Ronin.
I can't even get the name right.
Yeah. And Team Ninja's been doing
one of our Game of the Year awards this year. So
yeah, they've been doing a lot. They've been shipping games, and those games generally are well received. And Platinum Games has kind of been struggling, right? They've been losing a lot of talent, especially recently. They've been making some games that are
Team Ninja
that
going up and down.
They've been putting out games that have really worried people, right? They had that stint with Activision, right, when they were putting out lower budget games, probably just to make a paycheck. Avatar, well, the Transformers game is one of the highlights, probly, of the Activision deal. They made that bad Ninja Turtles game. They made that Korra game that was pretty middling. But they also did Babylon's Fall. Remember, they did a Games as a Service action game.
That was fine.
Okay.
That's a David.
Did you play it? How much did you play it?
That is a David game of the year.
That is.
I don't know about
not even you could defend Babylon's Fall, David. Come on.
I don't know how much did you play.
Well, it was for Platinum Games. That's for fucking shit. It's one of the lowest rated games of the generation. Tragedy.
But the thing is, who enjoyed it.
So Platinum Games, these days people are a little uneasy about. So the roles have kind of reversed. Except if you really kind of look at the numbers, it's their last game was that Bayonetta Origins game, which scored an 80. Before that, it was Bayonetta 3, which scored an 86 or whatever. It's not like their games have been bad. There was Babylon's Fall, but before that, they did Astral Chain and Nier Automata. These are not games that people hate. They're games that people like and that scored well. So I kind of
may not have necessarily sold well.
So I'm still trying to
No,
gauge
they
where
sold
y'all
fine.
fall
Like
on the
Nier
spectrum
actually
here.
sold really well. And Bayonetta has always done okay.
Man,
It's
this
just
Ninja Gaiden, like being a Ninja Gaiden fan, honestly sounds really exhausting.
Oh, you know what
Ninja
the
Gaiden's
biggest
been
problem?
gone for a long time.
You know what's
This
the
is a
biggest
great
problem for
time.
Nick, right? Is that he wasn't around in the times when the Wizard movie came out.
Oh
And
my god, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh,
you remember when Jimmy
Fred
Woods,
Savage?
yeah, Jimmy Woods had to go to the Nintendo Championship, and what's the first round game that they had to play? Ninja Gaiden. And then like you're like, oh cool,
Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
The movie
called it
where they
Gaiden
first
back
showed Super
then.
Mario Brothers 3 to the
Yeah.
world.
Yep.
Like that's
Literally,
why
I
you have
never
to-
knew
Power
anyone who
Glove.
called it Gaiden. It was
Yeah, but
Gaiden.
they
Ninja
did in that
Gaiden.
movie.
Yeah, I know. He told us.
Yeah.
No, okay, you're right though.
Anyway,
Nick, what you're saying doesn't even make sense, right? Ninja Gaiden's been gone for a long time, and now we're in 2025, and there's 3 Ninja Gaiden games coming out. One was shadow dropped at this Microsoft thing, which Chris
Which is
Davis
the
is
ones
going to
Chris
talk
Davis
about.
is playing.
There's Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which is the side-scrolling game from the Blasphemous developers, which looks pretty cool. And
Blasphemous.
now Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out this fall from Platinum Games and Team Ninja. It's like a great time to be a Ninja Gaiden fan, unless you're one of
Yes.
those weird Sigma equals death people.
Blasphemous. I got you.
I don't know about that. I think Sigma people are looking forward to this too.
No. I'm saying the people who hate Sigma, they're probably like the most apprehensive about it, because there are Ninja Gaiden fans that don't respect Platinum Games at all. Because you got to understand, passionate Ninja Gaiden fans back in the day, they hated the Devil May Cry people. They're like, fuck you and your little stylish action. This is about speed and punishment, and they clashed, right? So the fact that like Platinum's even touching this franchise that's been dead for like over a decade, they're like, no, they're gonna ruin it. And I'm like,
So
shut
the jury
fuck
is
up.
still out.
Everyone
That's what-
should be happy.
Are you happy?
And I think this is a good thing for Platinum Games as well, because there was
They
a lot
need
of
work.
questions like, what are they working on? Are they like, there's questions like, are they going to be shut down? Are they going to be purchased?
How are they
Like,
not balls deep in a new Nier game?
Well,
like,
then maybe they are. Maybe they are.
Because like
I mean,
Nier
they could
Automata
be.
was like
The
one
thing
of
is,
the most.
The last project that they announced was Project GG, which was that
which I'm assuming
like-
is canceled now, right?
Kamiya project.
Yeah, probably
That-
canceled.
It's not
But that-
confirmed yet, but it
And all
could
those
be.
people
their
now
last
have a
announced
lot of people
game is
left
Ninja
Platinum to
Gaiden
go work
4.
at the new Clover studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but they didn't take like fucking everyone. Like Platinum Games got pretty big, and they're a studio that does work. They've shipped a lot of games over the past couple of decades. And did you know that like the last thing that released that they were attached to was that Grand Blue Relink game? They did a lot of work
Yeah.
for that
Oh,
game
yeah,
early
that's
on.
true.
They also worked
They
on
designed
Final
the
Fantasy
combat
16. A lot of people don't even realize
Yeah.
that Platinum Games worked on 16. Probably
They
the boss
do a lot of
fights.
contribution work.
So, I mean, they're a workhorse studio. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't trust this Ninja Gaiden 4 because Platinum Games can't be trusted." But like, this is their lane, both for Team Ninja and Platinum Games. They know how to make
studio
this
that
kind
brought
of game.
you Bayonetta is making a Ninja Gaiden game. How many other
They made
studios
Metal
that you
Gear
can come up with?
Rising. They
Yeah,
can make a Ninja game.
and this is essentially looking like Metal Gear Rising 2. You know,
Ooh.
Well, the story's probably going to be dog shit. Let's be honest. I don't
Well,
know
I
who's
mean,
pinning that thing, but there's been no Ninja Gaiden story that's worth the shit.
I mean, no. I'm talking about like mechanically speaking.
You know,
it looks like
there's-
they're incorporating like
That's
a
probably
rising parry
the
system. The protagonist looks like he's just one step away from Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm like,
That's true.
You know,
That new
what you-
protagonist, let me tell you though, when that character popped down with like the short, like it kind of looked like a short bob and then the mask over the mouth. I've been playing so much 1,000 times Resist. I was like, oh sweet. I thought it was gonna be a lady because again, I've been playing so much 1,000 times Resist, and that character looked exactly like one of the sisters, kind of with the mask and everything from that game and the haircut. And I was so bummed out when it
See,
was
that
a
probably
dude.
that probably would have made me a little more interested in it. But
Right?
I think the crux of why I'm
Lady
not
Ninja.
super interested in Ninja Gaiden is probably what you said a second ago, Brad.
Because Ryu Hayabusa, but like the Dead or Alive chicks are also in Ninja Gaiden, right? Like they're even play Sigma 2. You can play as
their boobs?
a young. You can play
Boobs
as a
and all.
Yana
Rachel.
and Rachel. But no, in Sigma
Rachel
too, I
and,
think you could even play as like fucking Kasumi or some shit. It's like
Momoji. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Hey, look,
What's her name?
look.
Momiji was like a DS.
Momiji.
But Iyana, you've always been able to.
Yeah. The
But,
spinoff.
but what I am hearing right now is that this is exciting, but also maybe a bit risky for something like Fantasy Critic.
Well, I mean,
seems
that's
like
the
a
thing.
lot
Are you
of-
going to
like a
bet
lot
on
of
platinum? Are you going to bet on
mean-
platinum? I mean, these days, maybe it's worth it. I mean, also Team Ninja, like people like Neo 1 and 2 a lot. Those scored really well. But like
Yes.
Wolong was a little bit lower. Rise of the Ronin was a little bit lower. It seems like their scores are slipping. Now, I think Rise of the Ronin is actually better than Wolong, and it was kind of like unfairly rated or whatever. But like, you know, they're solid studios. I don't know if it's Fantasy Critic.
And also, like,
This
all
thing's
those
probably
Team
going to
Ninja
score in the low
projects-
80s at best.
All those Team Ninja projects were solely developed by Team Ninja. Like, they're bringing in platinum to help with the combat, or they might even giving half the game to them. Like,
All right, so look,
I don't think Team Ninja needs platinum to help with the combat. I think this is actually just obviously they know how to make a combat system. I think this is Platinum's game, and I think Team Ninja is overseeing it. It's kind of like
that's
it-
this is not the first time a Ninja Gaiden game has been done by somebody other than Team Ninja.
So in the spirit of keeping things
Yaiba. Are you talking about
organic
Yaiba?
here,
Was
why don't
Spark
we
Unlimited?
Yeah, I remember Yaiba.
David, you do not
Yaiba
like
by
Ninja Gaiden.
Spark
me.
Unlimited.
Shut the
I
fuck
did,
up.
but I got to a part where I got stuck, and it's been so long. Dang.
That game is literally in the
Composer for
30s
Yaiba,
on
by the
Metacritic.
way, Grant Kirkhope.
Okay, why,
Banjo Kazooie, Grant Kirkhope.
why do you
Yes.
know that?
What?
All right, sorry, Nick. Continue.
in the interest of keeping things all tied together
What
in
else
a
we
nice
got?
little package here, why don't we talk about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? Since
I mean, it's cool.
Is
It's a
that
cool
what we
thing
were
to
just
shadow
talking
drop.
about? What are we talking about?
We were talking about Ninja Gaiden 4.
We're talking about-
When they announced Ninja Gaiden 4, they shadow dropped a remake or an Unreal Engine remake of Ninja Gaiden 2, and they made it the black version.
A ninja in Venice.
So just to be clear, I have beaten this, and I've played several of the challenge missions. This is one of the challenge missions. I would
you
not
already
call
beat
this
it?
game a remake. It's somewhere in between a remake and a remaster.
Okay, I will tell you right now,
what I've been reading-
Partial remake.
if we start getting into the debate over remakes versus reimaginings or remasters, I will.
If
off
you
myself.
would just not interrupt me and let me explain, I'll tell
Yeah, let him
you.
explain.
Tell me the difference
So-
between.
This is Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma with refinements and changes to content running underneath a sheen of UE5. All the,
but-
all
but
the
Wait, what do you mean running underneath a sheen of UE5?
all the visuals in the game are UE5. The rest of the game is actually original Sigma 2.
The
or the Master
bones-
Collection version of Sigma 2.
Yeah,
The actual
bones.
technical bones and structure
Yeah.
of the game.
The
Also,
actual
what
everything
you
bones
said
under
is
the
are
hood.
unfair.
The bones
They
are
didn't
the
just
money.
make changes and refinements to Sigma 2. They specifically made changes to kind of rectify some of the things that people hated about Sigma 2. So they definitely
Yes.
tried to move it back in the direction of the original Ninja Gaiden 2. Like add in more of the enemy count that was pulled out of Sigma,
Bring
reduce
back
some
the
of the health
dismemberment system.
that made them like super squishy. They added all the gore back in.
Yeah.
You know, like
Which
they're
I-
trying to appease the fans that hate Sigma.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why are you a
this is-
ninja fighting werewolves in Venice?
Because it's Ninja Gaiden
Oh,
2, Nick. This is not your lane. Just let them talk.
So
So
Anyway,
the
then-
Master Collection is Sigma, right? The Master Collection.
the Master
is Sigma.
Collection is all
Collection
Sigma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have bought
So
it.
the thing about this calling this game black is disingenuous because it's not offensive, but it's basically
offensive
you're
to
calling
some.
it black because you put back in the dismemberment system and kept everything else basically Sigma, but you also cut out content from Sigma.
Some of
Um,
it. So like Sigma had
There's
way
several
more
boss
content
fights
in
they
the
strictly
original.
took out of the
They
game
took out
that
two
were in
boss
the
fights
Sigma
that
version.
people fucking hated. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know you've played this, but maybe I've read more about more of the arguments about it. So I feel like I know a little bit more about the differences between the original, and I played the original Ninja Gaiden 2. I don't. Maybe you did back in the day.
Brad's telling you to stay in your lane. Response.
No,
Chris
I'm
Davis.
saying, like, let's be clear here. Like, they did a lot of work to try to appease fans that didn't like Sigma. Like, they made the enemies less of meat, they reduced some of the health. They added more enemies back in. Like that was specifically to not. They didn't want to just improve Sigma. They're moving in a direction.
So if I'm following along, they said they blacked it, but they didn't actually.
They only partially blacked it. They grayed it.
Yeah.
What
they
okay.
But like, honestly, I think they've
20%.
reached like a happy medium, because you got to understand that like there are fans of Sigma who hated the original Ninja Gaiden 2 because like they're like, oh, there's way less enemies in Sigma, and they're like, yeah, that's because it was fucked up in the original Ninja Gaiden 2. You be fighting like 18 dudes, and there'd be 10 guys around you shooting fucking rockets at you. It was like unfair, balls hard, and some people fucking hated that. So like when they took a lot of the bullshit out, the nonsense out, like some fans were happy. Not all of them. There's a divide.
Bullshit likers.
But you do think that's bullshit, right? Because that's what I remember specifically of 2 and of 3.
Yeah,
it's always you run into a big courtyard, 3 guys run at you, and then there's like one rocket launcher guy here, one rocket launcher guy there in the furthest corners of the map, and they're just like shooting at you from the.
So check it out. So like, here's that scenario, right? Ninja Gaiden 2, the original. You go in, it's running like shit, of course. Fucking 5 dudes pop out, and you're like fighting dudes, and then the 3 rocket launcher guys, right? Sigma comes out. You run out, it's 3 dudes, and there's no rocket launcher guys. And the 3 dudes have way more health. And you're like, okay, this seems fucked up. There was like way more dudes before. This game puts in the 2 regular dudes, but leaves out the rocket launcher dudes, which I think is like a happy medium. I mean, there's still rocket launcher dudes. But what I'm saying is like, I think the happy medium is the best way to experience Ninja Gaiden 2, probably.
So I'm still
confused. They took out bullshit.
It sounds
they
like
added some of the dudes back in, but they still tried to keep it less annoying.
But it sounds like you're saying this is a good thing that they called, but it's just that they called it black. No, and that's what makes it a problem.
Calling it black was just a way to like appeal to all Ninja Gaiden fans. It was a little disingenuous, but it's cool,
but the
right?
thing is, you're making it sound like Ninja Gaiden Black is like a long-standing tradition of being gaming perfection. But other than Ninja Gaiden Black, what other blacks were
literally
there?
Just referencing that one single game, which is almost unanimously considered the definitive Ninja Gaiden experience.
But now
it was a super smart idea to call it Black 2 because it immediately like got people's attention. Like it means something. It's like it's like if they released God, what's an example?
I mean,
like if they released like Persona 5 Golden or whatever. No,
if they would have called this game like Ultimate Sigma 2 or something like that, it would not garner nearly as much.
People would just be like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Just means
Black immediately invoked something. And that was a good thing.
Black is smart. An important subtitle in this context. Well,
do you like
that being said with the combat, I beat this game. I played on normal because I just wanted to see what their baseline experience was.
Some people are thinking it's too easy.
It was surprisingly easy. Like,
so that's one of the complaints about this version, right?
Yeah.
Is they reduced the health pools from Sigma to make it more like the original, but they didn't add in enough back of the bullshit enemies. So now it's just like, well, these are just less guys that are easier to kill now. So just playing a harder difficulty.
Felt super quick. I was finishing bosses really quick. Like it felt like the cinematics for their introduction and outros like took longer than for me to fight them. Like it's like I mean, in a game like this, like that's not what you want to do. You want to have a climactic fight.
What level is this in regards to the game? Because I played.
This is a challenge
early on. Oh, this is just a challenge.
Yeah.
So you don't have like.
Well, this is a challenge version. Okay, so basically, the challenge mode takes this. The challenge mode takes the single player levels and just adds like a counter to them.
Okay.
So it is tracking how well you're doing with your score.
But so do you actually play in this setting in Ninja Gaiden 2?
Yeah.
Regular? You're in like an outdoors.
It's bizarre. Yes. There's like a crazy setting. You're fighting werewolves, and it's not just werewolves. They're like a people of werewolves, and there's cutscenes where they're like, I'm the werewolf king, and we gotta kill this ninja. It's like stupid.
Oh my god.
That's the reason Nick doesn't play this
That
series.
is exactly
that's
the
the reason
reason
people should like this
I would
series.
think Nick was. Yeah, that's.
I'm a man of refined storytelling taste.
Don't let him sell you that bullshit. That's ridiculous.
It was a bridge too far for me.
Can I ask you this? Because I do think we need to like hit the bigger picture and kind of move on. Chris Davis, one, did you enjoy it? And two, do you think that like if Ninja Gaiden 4 is like very much this formula, like an early 2010s formula, like a 2008 game or 7 game or whatever when this shit came out, if it's just an 8 hour, how long did it take you?
Get the question out, Brad.
It took me like 7 hours, really.
So like, if Ninja Gaiden 4 is just another one of these, will that satisfy? When that came out, will it still impress people just being another Devil May Cry game, kind of back to the ones that people liked, right? And it did. That game scored extremely well. People love Devil May Cry 5.
If you're talking on a macro level,
Japanese,
Brad, then you got to understand that they also release like series-long sales numbers. And across the 7 different versions that you can buy of these 3 games, they've only sold 7.5 million copies. So like, there is appetite there.
It's ancient history, anyways.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
it's not going to sell like crazy numbers. It's not going to sell crazy numbers. I'm saying crazy, like,
I think it will satisfy people. I think people will enjoy it. They have to get some balance changes going. That they have to take a look and not use Ninja Gaiden 2 Black as their baseline
or 3.
Because
I can tell you that much. Or 3.
Or 3. 3 has some design platforming stuff that should not have ever been in there.
No, 3's a bad game, but there are Ninja Gaiden fans that say that Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge combat is peak Ninja Gaiden combat.
Yeah, they're talking like it's transcendent. Yeah, it's I don't believe
those people also say the same thing about Devil May Cry 2.
No one says that about 2.
There's strange people out there.
No. Nobody says that about 2.
But I mean, there's things you have to remember. This is a game from 2008. It's got 2008 sensibilities that it's only been modestly refined in the decade and a half since.
Yeah,
so you have problems with the camera. You have problems with AI balancing and loads of enemies and whether that actually contributes to enjoyable fair fights, which Ninja Gaiden is
it's an old game. This game was fucked up back then too. This didn't score like Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 1 and Ninja Gaiden Black, they're 90 plus games. This thing was like low 80s.
But you really think Ninja Gaiden 1 was that good?
For its time, I think it was. I really believe that.
Yeah.
And I think 100%. There are aspects of it that still hold up, like the speed of the combat and the fact that like what I liked about Ninja Gaiden is the enemies aren't like they don't necessarily wait around, like they do in a lot of other action games. They design other action games in a certain way to like where they kind of like hold back, right? I even noticed it in the Platinum Games developed Ninja Gaiden 4, enemies kind of holding back. You notice that in Ninja Gaiden 4, the new character has a lot of charge moves that take a long time to charge and then they hit a lot of enemies. You can't do that in the original Ninja Gaiden. You get fucked up because enemies won't wait. And I think some people like that and respect that because to compensate, you can move really fast. You have a lot of tools to like kind of keep up with them. And I think that's that sort of energy people liked about Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, he just said a charge attack.
Yeah.
But if the Ninja Gaiden 4 trailer, you're like charging up for like fucking 8 seconds and doing a big long slash. You get fucked up in this game.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, we'll see.
What they definitely need to have a standout element to it, which I think they've already done with what looks to be the pairing system they're working on. But I think that they could keep this dismemberment system or some amalgamation thereof. And
was there dismemberment in the trailer for 4?
I could have sworn I saw that. If it is, I think
If it's not, that's going to
somebody
be
maybe somebody in chat can confirm whether the trailer had dismemberment. This shit
better not be rated T for teen.
No, there's no fucking way it's gonna.
That would be lame.
There was blood. There was dismemberment.
I do have a serious question. I do have a serious question. Why can these fucking werewolves run around in the daylight?
Werewolves? Nick, you were asking way too many logic questions.
Oh, Nicholas, someone who's watched 9 seasons of Supernatural should not be taking that kind of tone.
I've actually watched. There's actually 15 seasons, and I've watched about 12 of them.
Okay.
Nick, we have a Japanese ninja running on water in quote unquote
Japanese Jesus
Disney Epcot, Italy.
I'm sorry,
Epcot?
what?
You know,
it's the World Showcase version of Italy.
Yeah, basically, like you get Venice, you get the Colosseum, you get
the
Rome.
Food and Wine Festival. Look.
Yeah, it's.
Okay,
like
I'm just busting
there's a
your
level set in New York. There's a level set in Moscow. Like it's a globe-trotting adventure that's definitely not cognizant of
at least
anything.
But that's
realistic.
cool. That's one of the cool aspects of 2.
I mean,
I will
it
say
is.
the level design I do think is more interesting than like a modern.
Italian.
And I will
like,
say,
like Devil May Cry 5 had whack ass level design.
I feel like they put the most effort into like kind of updating the aesthetics of the level design into the first couple levels, where you're in like Tokyo. I don't recall seeing anything like in the original game that was like flying cars and all this stuff.
It gets pretty weird, but 2
it gets really
there.
weird, but it's cool weird.
That much is
Okay,
apparent.
well, let's
Yeah,
we
Nick,
should transition
ninjas
off
don't
of this.
exist.
I feel like there's a lot of Ninja Gaiden to be talked about this year, which is kind of exciting, honestly. I just like a good comeback, and this feels like a good comeback. I felt this way about Silent Hill, even though
you know what?
there were some whiffs
you know what? Something I learned from the Ninja Museum in Kyoto.
Tell us.
Why are you shaking your head?
No,
Like
I want to know.
He said ninjas don't exist, right? But that's one of the things is that ninjas were very stealthy, and you were never supposed to know who they were, right? Because there could have been just like this, This
I watched Shogun. Okay,
this could have been like
all about ninjas.
this could have been Farmer Joe next door, but you didn't know. So all the stuff that was written about the ninja code or like ninja training techniques, like none of it was ever written down. Because you didn't want somebody to find the like ninja manual and be able to. So like all that was just
Ninja Scrolls, baby. Yeah, they're scrolls, not
on.
manuals. How dare you?
I've seen that. That's a good show.
Okay, first
all
of
right,
all,
look.
So there's just no written history of it. That's why it's hard to find.
I had
out
a good transition a second
that's
ago.
why they
but
don't exist.
I had a good transition a second ago.
Rome. It's not real, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no transitioning on this.
Speaking
podcast.
of not real, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. Yay! It's not a real thing yet.
Mouse mode.
I got denied my Switch 2 experience application.
I did too. I tried.
I tried for Dallas.
Y'all were really gonna drive to Dallas to like touch some Joy-Con.
Well, you have to get in first.
Yeah,
hard.
Were you gonna be playing the new Mario Kart? Did they even say what you'd play?
I applied for the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto when I went to Japan back in October, and I got denied for that too.
When are those events?
Brad,
April like 7th or 2nd.
So the events are after the showcase, the software showcase they're doing in April. So it makes sense.
What'd you say, Crispy?
Yeah.
I said if things keep going like they are, these little preview events might be your only chance to ever touch the thing.
Whoa,
you're not going to be able to import it.
Oh, because I won't be able to, or it's going to be like
it's going to be like $1,000. It's going to be a $600 Switch.
We'll see. You know, there can be deals made. Look, I'm going to stay hopeful for.
Well, thank God we have a president who's good at making deals.
Well,
fuck. Okay.
Switch.
Please, God, somebody talk about the Nintendo Switch 2.
Nick, did you watch the Switch 2 trailer? I know you hate trailers.
I mean, it's a 2.5-minute trailer. Of course I watched.
Okay, dudes act sometimes like pulling teeth to get you watch 2.5 minutes.
It's a bigger Switch. The end.
So some people
and the Joy-Cons are mice.
Some people seem pretty disappointed by. I mean, here's the thing.
That's how it always is, right? That's what everybody's.
I don't know. I mean,
everyone's complaining they didn't show enough new stuff, right?
No,
They showed Mario Kart. That's all people needed.
No.
It's the
They
world
weren't.
of
They weren't
trailers
going to
now.
do this yet. They weren't going to do it yet. But all the shit was leaking.
Yeah.
It was like such a poorly kept secret. All of the details were getting out there from the companies that make accessories and shit. That they were like, "Fuck it, we got to do something." And that's why I think it wasn't like blow the whole door off or whatever. And
Thank
show
you,
everything.
Brad, for at least a reasonable not. Because everything I saw was everyone's like, "Oh, there's nothing special about it. Oh, those things are gonna break. Oh, I hope there's no stick drift."
Wow.
I mean,
Hall effects
at the same time, it's like it's a tight rope to walk because like the Nintendo Switch is literally one of the most successful consoles ever released.
Yeah.
At this point, and you're talking about like how do you follow that up? Well, you saw what they did with the Wii, which prior to the Switch was like one of the most successful things, and then they followed it up by making
how they followed that with a system that sold 14 million units.
They've
unheard of.
Yes, they definitely do not want to repeat of this of the Wii U.
It makes sense,
so, like,
man.
What you do is you just refine and you make improvements to the design that you already know is successful, and you hopefully make it more powerful, make it more visually impressive.
All I need
It's still a handheld.
All I need is from the Switch 2 is for the shop to run faster and smoothly. That's it. That's the only thing I care about.
If the Switch 2 came out and it was also not a handheld, to your point, Brad, if they had just removed that part and focused on making it like a home console again, I think people would have been pissed.
No, at this point you can't.
I agree. I'm not. What are you talking about?
I guess my argument is that that a lot of people out here seem to be upset about like the lack of changes, like substantial changes to the design, to the concept, to the idea of the Nintendo Switch.
I don't even know who y'all are talking about.
Well, again, we talk about. I spend too much time in different corners of the internet, and this is what I see. So
we're going back to those dark corners again, huh?
I've been spending too much time in the JAV chat rooms, and they're very upset.
Dude, the JAV chat room is thrilled about getting a faster eShop because there are tons of etchy games.
There are, dude. There are a lot of them
on the eShop. There's so many. There's so many.
Dude,
touch screen.
That reminds me. A few weeks ago, Wario64 tweeted. He was like, "Hey, everybody, what's it called? What's that? Honey, what the pop? What's the game? Honey
Pop.
Honey Pop. He's like, Honey Pop 2 is on sale for like $10, and then like the next tweet was like, here's how to hide the games that you have in your library.
Oh,
it's like
they gave that game away free during the holidays.
Yeah, they gave the first one away for free, and they gave the second.
There's a second one.
The second one's the one with the good.
Oh, you didn't play the second one?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know there's a second one.
True story. I think it was Chai Tai gifted me Honey Pop 2, and I have it in my library, and I immediately installed it while we were recording a podcast. It's still installed, and I still haven't touched it yet.
Chai Tai,
just like 13 Sentinels.
Just like 13 Sentinels.
Wrong target, man. You sent it to the wrong person.
Honey Pop 2, legitimately good game.
The Nintendo Switch 2.
But it's just Bejeweled, right?
With
but
boobies.
It's Bejeweled with a Dark Souls boss fight at the end. That's incredible.
No, that's not true.
Bejeweled with
You
titties.
don't believe
Okay,
me?
That can't be true.
Remember when on the Game of the Year awards when Chris Davis was building up this boss fight music like it was the most goated shit ever, and then when we played it, we were like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's actually not how it happened. No, what happened?
You have to understand it in context, Brad. Like we're talking about a fucking Bejeweled clone about.
Listen,
that's fair.
Listen,
I'm not gonna.
That's not how that happened.
I'm not
Brad.
gonna give you stuff you can use on a soundboard.
Wait, what was
okay?
how did it refresh my memory?
What happened was he said we were doing our soundtracks of the year. Chris Davis says Elden Ring or Shadows of the Erdtree, and we're like, oh, okay. So he picks this very specific song, this boss fight music from Shadow of the Erdtree, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna play this track. And he's like, and then he basically says, this is like the only track on the album that I actually like really like or care about. And we're like, oh, so it's your favorite track of the year, and then he's like, "Yeah, I like about like the first half of it."
No, I remember that. I was talking about from a couple years ago when he actually.
So instead
did
of
have
picking
that.
like his favorite soundtrack of the year, he picked his favorite half of a song from a soundtrack that he didn't even.
That's
care
true.
for
He
that
was
much.
like, "Well, the first part of the song is good.
Man, some
The rest of the song sucks, and I haven't listened to the rest of the soundtrack." Yeah, sure.
That either means that he didn't play any games with good music, or he misunderstood the assignment, which I don't
I didn't
buy for a
remember.
second.
Yeah, who actually remembers all the music from the games they played during the year?
I do.
Dude.
I do. Okay, not all, but like if I remember it, it must have been pretty good. I remember
I don't
how
know,
it makes me
man.
feel.
1,000 Times Resist, man.
How many?
Remember the bangers?
Le motif.
It sounds like we've moved on from the Nintendo Switch 2. There's not much to talk about because
Yeah,
we've
there's
only
not much
seen a
to talk about.
2-minute video.
I'm a
Well,
little
I
shocked
have
that we're
I
not
have a
going to
question.
see the games until April. That makes me think that we're not getting this
Till holidays,
Switch
right?
until the
Dude, I'm
the
guessing,
earliest summertime, right?
Dude, I'm guessing June.
I was hoping that they would show the games now and we'd be able to buy it
By
in April.
March, right?
So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, that's what I was hoping too. That was what I was expecting.
I need this thing badly. I
They
want it
don't-
badly.
Why?
I'm
You
so
want it
ready to
badly
let the
because-
Switch one go. Oh well, for
because of
me it's
performance.
like
Or you're gonna
no.
give it to
I
your
mean,
kid?
yes, of course that it's part of it's my kid. Yeah,
You hand me
It's-
down and
no Henry. He loves playing like fucking Minecraft, right? Loves his Minecraft and loves he loves Miitopia.
Goat Simulator.
He loves Miitopia.
Every time
The
I get
motherfucker
online, Brad is
can't even
logged on to
read
Goat
well.
Simulator.
And yeah, he loves Goat Simulator. But he has a Switch Lite. And he wants to tell me all about and show me Minecraft, and he's like moving it around and like he's trying to show me stuff, and I'm like, I can't, this is infuriating.
My old
I want
eyes
him
can't see.
I want him to be able to put it on it. You can't connect it to the TV. So the whole family can
Oh.
enjoy him playing
Wait,
some
so-
Minecraft.
Well,
So I want to give him my regular Switch so he can play his games and show the rest of the family instead of like a crazy person, trying to show
saying,
me on
Daddy,
his.
can I show you this?
He just
He's
keeps
crazy,
moving it
guys.
around.
He's crazy for trying to show Brad video games.
No, I want to see his creations, but I can't because it's a tiny screen and he won't stop
'Cause he's-
fucking moving.
Because
Well,
half
no,
the
why'd
time,
you buy-
half the
why'd
time
you
when it
just-
happens, he doesn't have his spectacles on him.
Yeah, why'd you buy him a Switch
playing
Lite in the first
multiplayer
place?
games is
Why'd you buy him a Switch Lite in the first place?
well because he's 7. He's I think it was 6 when we
Not
we
ready
bought
for the
it.
responsibility.
Yeah. No, he was just going to destroy it. We had this like huge foam thing that it sits in, and shockingly, he still hasn't destroyed it. But
But can you use the dock with the foam thing?
No, but you can't dock it. It's a light.
Oh, I guess that makes
That's
sense.
the-
Yeah.
yes, there we go.
That's the problem I have with it. I think Nintendo's still fucked up for not releasing like a little cable that you can like plug in the fucking thing
Well, there are cables and stuff. There are like little ones.
to make a Switch Lite appear on a screen.
I'm not with Switch Lite. I'm saying, but just the
Yeah,
Switch itself.
And also, like, I understand I'm not the target market for this, that's a huge part of this. But I'm still kind of, it's like, it's just as shocking to me that they made a 3DS without the 3D effect, and then they went and made a Switch.
Well, they
that you
called
can't
it a
dock.
2D.
I
called it a
know,
2D.
and it's just.
That's clever.
Do you remember when we were at E3 and they brought out the 3DSs?
The ladies, right?
Yeah, and
That
they
was
had
the
it, like,
last
strapped to
time
their-
I saw a
It
booth.
seemed like magic. That was the first time we ever saw 3D without glasses. It literally seemed like magic.
And to be fair,
We
I
were
don't think
drinking
I've
the
seen.
Kool-Aid hardcore.
I mean,
It
to
was
this
crazy.
day, that is still the best version of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh man, they haven't
sure.
re-released that, huh?
Yeah, well,
I
because of
still
the touchscreen.
Yes,
right?
because of the touchscreen, because everybody
Oh,
because it makes
that's
the
right.
water temple great.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And a lot of things are better.
The-
okay,
the best
when are we going to
official
talk about
release
Lorn's
version.
Lure?
Not
Have you heard about
next.
this game
Okay,
called
okay,
Lorn's
I
Lure?
had a follow-up question on that one.
Okay.
Chris Davis, what was the last Japanese game that you played all the way through?
Damn.
Like Japan.
I feel like I
game.
dodged
You know,
this
like,
question.
He's,
No, what?
he's asking for your
I'm
cards.
interested because he's
He's
always
asking
playing
for your
these.
papers.
He's always playing these weird games that I like. Blue Reflection is on one of my like lists. I have like a list of like 10 games to go back and beat that I've been saying that I'm going to go back and beat. Guardians of the Galaxy was one of them, so I beat that this year. Earlier this year.
Oh,
Actually,
you know
I
what?
kinda
I mean,
want-
literally 48
like
hours ago, it was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Yeah, he's just literally.
But like you
And
know,
that
like a
counts to you,
weird
Brad? That
Japanese
fucking
little
counts?
RPG.
He means anime, Chris Davis.
Yeah.
What's the last fucking
What was the
anime?
last 13
You
Sentinels
kind
you
of
played?
blindsided me here.
I mean, Unicorn
Well,
Overlord.
you can think
is the
about. You
last
can let me
13.
know later on.
Unicorn Overlord, yeah, that's one of them.
No, that's good.
But I
You can't-
played that
that's
one.
not-
So.
Oh
Harvest Stella. Did you play Harvest Stella?
no, I played Rise of the Ronin.
Rise of the Ronin.
That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about like it's the guy. It's got to have like a schoolgirl in it or something, and it's got to be like at a 70 on Metacritic. What's the last one of those you played?
69 is better. 69 is better.
A 69 preferable.
Then let's
The lower the
don't
better.
know.
honestly.
Because it's not.
Let me
just
get
up-
back to you.
It's just not in the 70s yet. It's just barely below.
He does play that shit sometimes.
Who?
Yeah, I
Davis?
do.
Chris Davis.
Yeah, sometimes.
No,
I
I
want
know,
something
that's why I
very, very,
asked
very
him.
different.
That's
Oh,
why I
y'all
asked him,
go
but none-
easy
none
on
of
Chris
you other
Davis with
guys-
this shit.
None of you other guys are going to be
You go
playing
easy
any
on
of that
Chris
shit.
Davis.
Meanwhile,
I
I'm over
shouldn't
here having to
expected this.
prove that I'm not a racist.
Yeah, and you failed to
And I
do
failed.
so.
Failed miserably.
I
All you had to do was finish highly rated games, a few of them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, did he
But-
finish any?
Yeah, dude, I
he
got
finished
within
the
like
most
3
obvious
points.
ones. We don't
which
need
ones?
to relive this.
He got close enough that it seems like he didn't make it out of spite.
He couldn't get through Metaphor.
I'm still playing Metaphor. I was playing Metaphor a couple days ago.
Oh,
I'm
but
playing
Metaphor's long, dude, and that game is.
No, that wasn't it. But the point
so the
was
whole- here
when
you go,
Metaphor
no,
came
no.
out. Metaphor came out.
Mhm.
He chose to focus on Stalker and Indiana Jones and a good old boy Western games and put down Metaphor. He could have just kept.
You're
going with
literally
Metaphor.
talking about one of my most anticipated games of the year, and you thought I was just gonna ignore that
Stalker?
to prove to you that I'm not a racist. Yes.
And why was Metaphor not one of your most anticipated games of the year?
Because I don't play a lot of Japanese RPGs anymore.
You played Persona, right?
I did.
I knew he was going to be in trouble. I knew he was going to be in trouble because the first Japanese game he finished this year was Persona 3, right? He finished it, and at the end he was like,
proud of myself.
Yeah,
Nick's
pretty
just
good,
ahead of the
pretty good.
curve. He's just embracing the
Right?
Chinese future.
I feel like you were
Now, let me ask you, Nick, David. I know you probably know a lot of Persona fans, and they're like, fucking, they go to the mat for that series, right? Like they adore that shit. He finished a Persona game and was like, "Yeah, that was nice," which told me that he actually, he didn't feel about it the same way that these other Persona fans feel about it.
Is that the only
And I
way
knew
it
he was gonna
matters?
be in trouble.
It only matters if I like.
No,
fall head
you
over
got
heels
the
in love
points
with
for
it?
that one, but I knew Metaphor was going to be a problem.
But I think it's about the Japanese themes of the friendship and working together and not being alone.
It's the you want to know what? God damn it! I don't even want to get into. Never mind.
What is it?
No, I'm not doing. I'm not falling for this
Just
bullshit.
say one thing you hate about Japan.
I'm with Nick.
About Japan. Shut the fuck up.
Japan's too aligned with the Western superpowers. Like
You
their time's done.
have no interest in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, right?
Mirage
No,
session.
he will literally die
Shibigami
before he
Tensei.
plays that game.
Brad's right. I would literally die before I played that.
That is so good.
Which
Tokyo
it's
Mirage
crazy, right? But you know what Nick said? I made this list of Japanese games, and all year long he was like, "But I played Stellar Blade and I played Wukong. That's close enough." And I'm like, one, those weren't on the list, and two, those are not Japanese
That's what
games.
I'm saying. Nick is embracing a Chinese-led future.
Chinese and Korean.
This is the 21st century. This is the rise of China. in the East.
Did you beat Wukong?
Yes.
Did you play
It's like
it
one of
in,
his favorite games of the year.
Did you play it in
Same with
Chinese?
Stellar Blade.
Yeah. Wait,
Did you play it in Korean? Stellar Blade in Korean?
Come on.
No.
Oh, you gotta play.
Are you
Did
gonna
play
get
last
first Berserker Kazan?
Look, in 10 years, we're all gonna feel like idiots, and Nick's gonna be riding high. Like,
What
you
is the
did-
game?
You did visit China, right?
I did go to China. Yes, but that
There was
was
one game
that was
on
like
Trailer
15
Talk I
years ago.
really wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the new trailer for? Bear with me here. It is one of those Korean Souls-likes boss game fighting games. It's the one that Jeff Keighley has had at the Game Awards a couple times. Like he ended the summer Game Fest with the game. The one that looked like where you
Chad.
everyone. He's like, no, it's a real game. They're not mashing. This is a real game.
Phantom Blade.
Phantom Blade. Phantom Blade.
Phantom Blade Zero, I think is what it's
A
called.
bad name. Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah. There's a new trailer for that of course is just a boss fight, because I think all these games are just, corridors and bosses, whatever. It actually looks fucking cool. It looks fucking cool. And I'm like, yo, Nick is gonna have another Korean game under his belt, I bet, when this shit comes out. I wanted to watch that
I go
trailer
where the good games take me, bro.
It had a really cool boss design.
I go where the good games take me. And
wow.
just lately
and
that
just
hasn't
not
been
made in that little island. Series, those little islands out there. Whatever. Can we talk about Lorn's Lure?
For the record,
whatever the fuck
I
David
love
was
Metaphor
playing?
Fantasio.
That's not true.
I just didn't finish. What the fuck are
You're
you talking
lying.
about? It's not true.
Love, Love.
Yes,
love.
Love. I love that game. If I didn't love it,
So
Brad, I
is it
would have
gonna-
dropped it ages ago.
That's not. You finish games.
Brad,
that-
I'm like
You
70
tell me
hours
when
deep
credits roll.
I'm 70 hours deep in
70?
Stalker 2. It's an enormous fucking game. And one of my most anticipated games of the year. So like it's just slowing me down. It's just slowing me down.
But you
And
still haven't finished Stalker?
No.
Did you finish all the Stalker trilogy stuff?
No.
Because that's on sale right now. I'm thinking about picking it up.
Oh, Nick. By
Did
the
you
way,
play- did you
we
beat the
will
Metro game?
This is a new year. Do you want a new list?
What happens if I fail it twice?
Well, we can do like Western RPGs, and we can put Baldur's Gate on there. Like, how many points does finishing Baldur's Gate 3 get you?
20. 20 points.
20 points.
Oh,
It's sad that you even joke. Another game you said you love.
I do, but God, Brad, do you know how many games you love that you say you love and you've never finished?
True, fair, but
we're talking about
That's the end of the conversation.
No,
What's
it's
the game-
not the
what's
end
the
of the
game that's-
conversation.
what's the game he
My
loves
free
to do?
time is not the same as your free time, because I did not finish.
He's
Rise of
literally
the
changing.
Ronin.
He's moving the goalposts.
No,
so I don't
no,
have
no,
kids.
No. Well, I mean, one, yeah.
Sounds like you fucked up.
Two.
Dude.
It's not about the fact. It's not about time, because you had time to play Metaphor. You just chose other games. So, like, I didn't finish Rise of the Ronin because guess I didn't have enough time to finish it.
I don't know how to tell you
but,
this, Brad. I don't know how to tell you this because I'm telling you this at great personal risk. The past month and a half, I have not played much video games at all.
Nick, that's fine. That's fine. We all have shit we're going through. I get it. I get it.
I went
But
through a
you're still
drop.
playing 70 hours of Stalker.
And that's like all I'll be able to.
So much.
That's
Like,
like
look,
all I've been able to find time.
You're not
for.
like Chris Davis over here. This motherfucker grew up in the Eastern Bloc. Well, probably, I don't know. The Stalker. I mean, you never even finished this. Well, whatever.
He did.
Hey, David, what you been playing?
Hey, look. I don't know how to tell you this. We've run out the clock on the first segment, so we need to take a break.
Well, let me tell you.
When we come back, we'll start with your game, Brad. We'll start with Lorn's Lure, and then David brought a few gems for us to talk about, and then we're going to wrap up with the 4-player minute. So if you're listening at home, thank you, and don't go anywhere, because we'll be back after this quick break.
Lorn's Lure.
Can't escape.
All right. Everybody stop your recording and save.
Save your recording.
Hit pause or stop?
What's the number?
824.
Oh. And then save, you said, right? Save.
Yes. Save that shit.
Where's the save? Oh, save project, right?
Yeah.
Second segment.
Save
sucker
project
over
and then
here.
export.
Yep. Brad, you ran out the clock on the first segment. You could have gone.
We had some good conversations,
We did.
But people are in chat
I
are
look
waiting with
even-
bated breath to hear about Lorn's Lure.
Mm-hmm. Be right back.
David, to answer your question earlier.
Oh, you wait for. You don't want this on the recording?
I mean, okay,
No.
we can wait.
No. Well, what's your question? We don't have time for too much more small talk after he gets back, because we do have games to talk about.
You want me to export now?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I export right away.
What was it? 8.25?
I don't remember what you said.
824? Oh, wow. I was
824.
only off by one. I was only off by one. Okay. Export, and then I need to do some special stuff, right? Export audio
Yeah.
onto your computer.
Just do it as an MP3.
As MP3. Uh-oh. never mind.
It's so frustrating. I keep trying to like see this little red man down here, but when I click on it to blow it up, he stays the same size.
Do I need to do any custom mapping or sample rating or anything other than
No, just do max quality if there's an option.
Okay.
Just export with the default.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
sample rate 4800.
48?
I do excessive quality.
Oh shit! Let me cancel then. 4800. Okay.
Just don't fuck with it too much. I don't want you to fuck it up. Just export
Excessive?
it. It'll be fine.
Extreme or excessive? Excessive.
I do excessive. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Davis does things.
No, it'll be fine. It's just like this is a new computer, so I'm having to reinstall. Like all the stuff that was saved previously, I don't have any of that. Like
So
the settings and stuff.
what kind of graphics card you got in that bad boy?
Some Nvidia thing, GeForce something. I don't play games on this.
4,000 or a 3,000.
I'm pretty sure it's a 4000.
Okay.
But why don't you play games on it?
Chivos?
But you get Chivos from the game from Xbox
yeah.
Store on PC.
You can't get Chivos for free. You got to play a game.
There's a lot of like cross save games that you could just easily play on PC, continue on your Xbox.
True, yeah.
So do I close
Although
out
Game
this?
Pass these days has been a little slacking.
Do I
Ninja
close
Gaiden
this
2
one
is a
out
big
or what?
game.
Huh?
I just export it, then close it and start a new track.
Okay.
When I do it.
Where did this export to? It exports to where?
You can click export audio again, and you can see the folder.
Okay. You want me to throw that in somewhere?
A decent card on the new Intel stuff is solid and only $200. But man, $200. See, I'm hoping for even a better homie discount than that from Nick, and I'm afraid he's gonna try to overcharge me because of inflated graphics card prices.
What's a homie discount?
I mean, if he's getting a new graphics card,
what's a homie discount?
Homie discount, which means he's not giving me the fucking eBay price on his old ass card. He's giving me a homie discount because I desperately need a new graphics card, but ain't no one can afford a new. No reasonable person can afford a new graphics card these days. I mean, that's crazy.
They're actually.
Did you ever build your
your now than their 4,000?
Did you ever build your 2000 supercomputer?
Who?
Remember you were going to build a supercomputer from the old days?
Oh, I've seen YouTube videos of people doing that, and it seems super cool. But it's like that is not only like finicky, but I think it gets kind of pricey too to do it right. that is still like a kind of an awesome idea, though.
Is this recording? Oh, hey, Brad. Yeah, you want to guess where I bought this copy of Ninja Gaiden 3 from?
Why did you just have that in arm's reach?
Because when
you went and grabbed it. You went and grabbed it.
I went and grabbed it. Well, I went to go find it. Dug my copy out when Ninja Gaiden 2 Black came out. I was like, I'm going to go back and play Ninja Gaiden 3.
Oh God!
The only reason
I play Razor's Edge.
Well, the only reason I'm playing Razor's Edge. Well, I didn't even play Razor's Edge because it's on the Master Collection. But the only reason I'm playing Razor's Edge is because it's backward compatible. Whereas Ninja Gaiden 3 is not, and I would have to find a way to play it on my 360.
It's a bad game, though.
I played it before. I was running around as a Yame. It was fine. I think you're blowing things out of proportion, dude.
The guest characters are really good in 2 Black.
Yeah, see? He said it. Guess where I bought this from. Can you guess where the receipt is from when I bought this game?
Half Price Books.
No.
I
bought this.
Kohl's.
Kohl's? No.
I don't know. Fucking Babbage's? KB Toy Store?
No, these are all defunct now.
What I missed?
Funkoland?
Nope.
Is that Funkoland?
Can you see the receipt?
Are you doxing yourself?
Can't read it.
Blockbuster.
He's doxing a Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore.
When did you buy this?
2000. It says I rented Silver Linings Playbook, August 28th, 2013.
From a Blockbuster?
Yeah,
that's actually crazy. I would have assumed there was no Blockbuster with Silver Linings.
No, when I first moved back to Houston, there was a Blockbuster, and they did this pass thing where you could have one thing out at a time. So you would just rent a movie, go home, watch it, bring it back, and just rent something else, and you could just keep swapping them out as many times. You could do it multiple times, even within a day. But
So,
it was
okay.
Like old Blockbuster Game
The important
Pass.
question is, how did you feel about Silver Linings Playbook?
Yeah, it was good. I like it.
You a Bradley Cooper guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try his Philly steak sandwich restaurant when I go to Philly next time. Oh, by the way,
American Sniper.
And do you know what other game was on here too? Besides
Alias Season 1 before
besides
he got
Ninja
murdered.
Gaiden 3,
What?
Rise of the Nightmares.
Oh my God! Rise of the Kinect game?
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'm
remember that
recording.
game. I gotta go play that.
I'm
Kinect
recording.
game. Oh shit, me too. Oh, yeah. Did y'all do a clap? Did I miss the clap or something?
No, I'm just gonna use
we
the
didn't
audio.
do a sync.
I'm gonna use the audio from our introduction.
Dude,
It's fine, but for
not
this
a pain-
section, we'll need to do a.
That's not a pain in the ass, Nick.
I do it every week.
I don't know. I try to like sync up my video game footage with my camera footage, and it's a pain in the ass.
It can be.
It
You
certainly
got a variable
can be.
bit rate. It can be.
All right,
There's
so
so
what
many
we're gonna
games
do
I
is
gotta play.
we're gonna do a roll call before we hit record this time, David. So I'm gonna call your
Cha
name.
Chabuchi.
Yeah, that'll work.
Cha Chabuchi. Roll call.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Yours tactics.
Good game.
Yeah, I did. I see. That's one of my games.
Do the damn sound test.
All right, I'm recording. Everybody recording. Everybody good? All right,
I'm
roll call
recording.
starts now. Brad,
Hachabuchi.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis,
Hello, it's Chris.
David.
Hey,
Okay, maybe a little more than that.
hey, Nick.
Hey, God, you're fucking killing me.
I was bad.
Yeah.
We're clapping, all right? We're not doing a
No,
clap.
you're just supposed to say something that I can like
I
sync
did.
up. Okay,
I've already clipped it out. We're good.
I'll make it work. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. As I promised, Brad, good old second segment, Brad.
Second segment sucker over here.
Second segment sucker brought the hot new title, Lorn's Lure.
Lorn's Lure came out 1.0 and
Let's fucking go.
well, I don't even think it was in early access. There was like a demo for a long time. Maybe it was in early access. Anyways, came out 1.0 in 2024. It is relevant for that reason, I suppose. Although it is
suppose.
2025. Lorn's Lure. This is just yet another one on my list of games that I wanted to get to, but you have to make tough choices as to when and what you play these days, I
What's
suppose.
that,
But I
Brad?
finally got
Tough
around to it.
choices?
Well, I've been finishing up a lot of the games I had started in 2024, so I'm like, I'm going to reward myself by starting something new. So I've been playing
This
some.
is not what I
Lorn's-
pictured this game to be.
We've talked about this.
Let me
game on
ask you, what
podcast
the
before.
fuck did you picture it to be, homie?
I pictured, Lorn's Lure to be like some kind of, cozy, I don't know, something or other. Didn't expect it to look like fucking dust.
Like you literally had a picture in your head based on the name Lorn's Lure.
Like
You
it
thought
was
it was
some
a-
kind of cozy
like a
fishing,
fishing game,
I don't
maybe?
know.
thought it was a
Fishing?
fishing
All I can
game.
think of is Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, it's a
Lorne Landing
Lorne
is the
Michaels
first one.
fishing game.
It does
Lorne
sound like a
fucking-
very like artsy fartsy, indie,
Well,
Re-
how
re-
do you
you go
feel about
fishing with
climbing
Lorne
and
Michaels.
descending mega structures?
Dude, this is what you spend your time playing these days.
I don't know what that means.
I
Well, it's
also
not like
think-
every game I play is this.
Yeah,
like
what
this.
are you, racist, Brad?
Yeah, you racist against
Also, David, what the fuck? You
this.
I play
Is
everything, dude. Oh, by the way,
a-
I've been playing a game.
No,
today.
stop it! Shut the fuck up, David. We're talking about Lorn's Lure.
Nick was going to
It's
ask
this
you a
hot
question.
new indie game. This has been in development for a long time. I've been interested in this ever since I saw a demo of it ages ago on Steam, years ago. And I saw a trailer and I'm like, yo, this shit looks like my shit. So the way I feel about modern platformers, there's obviously like the mascot platformer. That's one thing, right? But then there was like the more realistic platformers. There was a divergence, right? Mario 64 went one direction, but then there was classic Tomb Raider over here, right? Diverted another they went in another direction, right? There was like the mascot platformers, and then the more like realistic-y platformers, right?
Let's be real. How many of those actually exist to begin with?
Classic. Well, see, that's the thing. Over the years, they morphed into. We have a little clambering in our game, right? Like to the point. By the time Uncharted came around, there was just a tiny bit of like climbing up shit, right?
Clambering.
That is where
Are you
classic Tomb Raider morphed. Yeah, listen to me, motherfucker. I'm setting this up. I'm saying that sort of realistic platforming, which back in the day was challenging, and you fall from a certain height and you die. There was a little bit of moments of brightness with like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time or whatever. But by the time like Uncharted was coming out and like other games like that started to have a little bit of clamoring, like let's say like a modern God of War or whatever, like they kind of removed all the mechanics and like the stakes. Like the platforming was just something to do in between gunfights and not actually the point of the game. While classic Tomb Raider, it was about making that jump, figuring out where to go and how to get there. They were fucking, shoot, drive. Sorry, that's the Twisted Metal trailer. Anyways, what I'm saying is I've been longing for a platformer. You might remember that I've had a similar conversation back when that Ubisoft game came out where you're, what's it called? The post-apocalyptic indie Ubisoft game. Nick or Chris Davis? I don't know. Or David?
Wait.
So
I Am Alive?
I'm Alive.
Oh, yeah. That was on my top 10 that year.
I Am Alive came out. I had this same speech where like this kind of platforming, the stakes are gone, right? The mechanics are gone. I Am Alive actually had like a stamina meter, and you actually had to use pitons and shit to like, not run out of stamina while you're climbing. And there was a sense of urgency and like trying not to fuck it up. So all this is to say that I want a certain kind of platforming back, which is more of this adventure game platforming where, if you fall from too high of a height, you die, right? And, figuring out how to get around a more realistic looking environment is sort of the point. That's what it was with classic Tomb Raider, where you're kind of holding your breath with jumps. And Lorn's Lure, ever since I saw a trailer for this years ago, I was like, this is the vibe I want. This is what I've been looking for. How do I scale up this thing? How do I get down this thing? Which requires me to kind of look around the environment and look for places. So, like the platforming is more organic, right?
Look, I know
like,
this
yes,
is...
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it because... Are you living vicariously through this game? Like, I don't...
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I mean,
like you're saying I want to be this climber in real life?
Yes.
No,
none of this had anything to do with real life climbing.
All right, I have an actual pertinent comparison.
You live vicariously through all games in a way.
That's what I'm saying. Is you always try you seek out the stuff that's secretly deep down inside you want to like.
I don't want to do this at all. This sounds horrible. Even though I was physically.
You seem to get a real big boner about climbing things and navigating the environment.
In games.
And swimming underwater.
Yeah. I mean, I do like swimming. But I'm saying, like...
Oh, you're going to die here.
Nick, you ask a question about some game you'll never think about ever.
I'm not asking a question. I'm inserting myself into this conversation because I understand what you're talking about, Brad. And I feel like you're going to roll your eyes at this, but like, that is the reason why I was in love with Horizon Call of the Mountain.
I knew you were going to talk about
It's such an amazing...
But that's not the same.
Horizon.
Dude, it is, but even to a more intense degree, because every decision you're talking about, every like choice to like try and make a jump,
you're right.
This is not a
like literally having to do it.
But that's less of a platformer and more of like a climbing, like explicitly a climbing game. So like there's like Karen is a game.
One of the best workouts I've had in years.
Jusan. You like Jusan as well, right?
Wait,
Jusan?
what?
You played Jusan?
Yeah,
Jusan is okay.
That one's more arcadey.
And it's more of an art piece too, but like it's
more of an art piece.
I mean,
this is
moments.
Like raw platforming.
The Bennett Foddy game.
Are you supposed to go
Identify
up or are
you.
you supposed to go down in this game? Like,
Well,
I
both
think it depends.
depending, right? Depending.
Uh,
You're just
and-
trying to. Sometimes you've got to scale way up just to go down somewhere else. It's kind of like
I mean,
you know,
did
like
you ever play
Crackdown.
that?
Like I have to get to the top of this building, so I have to figure out. I got to figure out how to get up this one
Okay.
building, so I can find a way to get over. You know.
But you never played that one climber game that all the streamers were playing, with like the big
No,
mushroom and
that's
the
like
fish.
meme bullshit. No.
I know, but it's climbing, right? You know, just navigating the environment.
No,
Look at
but
the
like so
giant
those games
butterfly.
are games that have like almost intentionally bad mechanics. This game actually like feels good to do the platforming,
Well,
and they're
I'm
introducing mechanics like
I'm
I
gonna
think
find
during
the
this
Japanese
footage.
one. I'm gonna
I
find
get
the
the
Japanese
ability-
game that I played that's like this, and I'm expecting you to play it.
Okay, what are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I played a game like this, not like climbing specifically, but navigating around the environment, and half the fun was like trying to figure out how do you get to the next spot.
Yeah, I mean that is the kind of stuff I'm interested in because I feel like that kind of went away, right? In like in games where you're just clamoring
Because
around.
it's not popular.
It's just transition stuff so fucking Atreus can talk to Kratos for a little bit, you know? So you start bashing in
What is
fucking
Kratos?
monsters again or whatever the fuck.
It's that Horizon game you were talking about, Ultima. I almost called you Ultima. Nick, it's not like a Horizon spin-off thing, right?
It is.
It is.
It
It's well,
It's a VR climbing game.
it's a
Oh
it's
my
a VR
God.
entry in the Horizon series, and you, dude,
I
shit
didn't
you
even know
not.
this existed. That's why I'm
Well, it's because it's a
fascinated by it.
PSVR 2 game, and only 5
Yeah,
people own one,
Oh my
That's
gosh.
true. That's true.
and I'm one of
What is
them.
it gonna VR2? Are those still on sale? Are those? When's the time when it dips low enough to where you can scoop it up? You know, like the PS TV, right? The Vita TV.
What are we talking about?
Remember when
Dude.
those dropped down to like $50 a piece, and then now everybody scooped them up and they're worth like $300 or $400?
I don't know why you're surprised with this, Brad.
Look,
David is like the podcast equivalent of wrangling cats.
No. Well, okay, first of all, what does wrangling
On
cats
meth.
mean? Maybe
Have
I
you
don't
ever
I've
tried to
never had
wrangle a
more
cat?
than one cat at a time.
Have you ever tried wrangling cats?
I
It's not
have,
easy.
I guess. I don't use the word wrangling. I think
You
when I do
haven't lived if you haven't.
it. Look. I don't have much more to say, so let me just get it out. Like this is kind of like I find this game like weirdly addictive. Like when I start playing it, I kind of can't stop because I love the feeling of just the platforming, right? But also, I think it has like the sense of scale, like these mega structures or whatever. Like it's like I don't know. Like
Does it give you
this is
vertigo
a
when you,
game
like, look down?
that I get no sense of vertigo. I'm not really afraid of heights or anything.
This game would
And
be
if
a
anything,
nightmare
it's like
VR.
really forgiving. Like when you do make a jump that's bad, but I think the
You
reason
just
it's forgiving
start right
is
there from the
because
jump.
I'm playing. So when this game came out, I was looking at the Steam reviews, and I always had it on my wish list, but it was really divisive. Some people it's like, "Yo, this game is capturing something that I've been wanting," which again is the stuff I've talked about. But then there's these levels that are like timed, and it's so fucking infuriating, and the checkpointing is so bad that like I actually made me hate this fucking game.
Oh,
And that
fuck.
stuff scared me off for a while. But like that, the people saying that were so loud that the developers like, look, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna put in more checkpoints, and people are like, no, it's still fucked up, dude. Like playing this game is fucked up because you made something beautiful and then you put in these levels that were timed and
Which game is
it's like
this?
it ruined it. Lorn's Lure.
Oh, okay.
The game
sorry.
we're watching footage of right now.
I thought you were talking about a
motherfucker.
different. Okay, sorry.
No. And the thing is, late in the year, they finally released a patch. They patched in Explorers mode, which is still that game, but like I don't know if the checkpointing is more forgiving or like if the timed levels. I think what it is the timed levels are no longer timed. And I'm like, okay, that was the one thing that kind of scared me off. That's gone now. I'm ready to jump around.
Literally.
Jump around.
Jump around,
Oh, man.
jump.
Yeah.
So
how's the music?
Is there even
This is
music?
not a game with music in it, dude. This is a game with the you listen to
You
the
need the
sounds
wind-
of the
you need the
mega
wind
structure off
Yeah,
in
you
the
need the wind
distance
sound.
because they echo and this is a
I mean,
look, man,
I was
this
just
is a
hoping
vibes
for some
game.
like Andrew Holschultz or something like that.
No, this is like an
no,
immerse
no.
yourself in the moment
Yeah.
kind of
Mega
experience.
structures are
You
fucking
set up
cool.
it's set up like level by level, and you just get to point A from point A to point B, and then like you go on to the next world or what?
Yeah, so this is actually me learning how to tic tac. This is like it's like a Yeah, it's level based. Like I was playing that first level for so long, I thought that was the game. But then eventually I got to the end of it, and it was like a couple hours later, I was like, oh, I guess they're just really, really big, really long.
That's what she said.
And the first level had a lot more like actually like climbing with the hooks.
But
The hooks. It's all to say like this feels like something that is like very much for me. So like I mean, I don't want to say I don't recommend it, but like if you kind of understood what I was saying in my little like fucking intro to this conversation, you're longing for the classic Tomb Raider style of punishing platformer, although ironically the checkpointing in this is super forgiving, but like the kind where you really have to think about your jump and you don't know if you're going to make it until you're in the air and you're kind of holding your breath until you make it, that sort of thing, right? Like where figuring out where the navigation is the gameplay, not just a vehicle for story or whatever. Like this is definitely channeling that.
I've got to say,
and it just feels good to play, and it's very atmospheric just from like, again, the scale of the environment and like this, just the look and the vibe and the sounds, and I really, really like it, and it's very addictive. And this is something that like as I'm playing this, I'm like, fuck, am I gonna have to rethink my top 10 list because I kind of can't stop playing it.
You know, no offense, Chris Davis. But the very nature of asking the question that you asked about the music is you're part of the problem.
Man, I'm glad Nick's on my side on this shit because usually we're at odds with each other. But I think me and Nick's never going to play this game, but I think the understanding of it, we're drift compatible.
I don't know.
It's just the way this game makes me feel is just a different game for Nick.
You know
but
what?
I think he understands.
I'll stick up for Chris Davis. You could put on some cool anime music and just be like Naruto, and you'd be running through the shit. It's still fun, dude.
Dude, you know what? Play some Neon White.
I mean, sure. This is a game where you put in your earbuds as you're actually doing the climbing.
There's people who are doing that, right? There's people who put on earbuds and then go climb a real mountain, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was just hoping that it wasn't something like, just listening to the wind and bending metal. That's for like something better than that.
That right there would be the difference, like the choice to like not put any music and like instead going with like these ambient like creaking sounds is like the difference for me, man.
I don't think you believe this. Like come on.
Wait, which parties?
I don't know. Like. Oh wow, I'm really locking up on this. But like the idea that like ambience might be desirable, the idea that like the whole point that you would set a game inside a decaying megastructure is because of the like cavernous, like lonely, empty vibe of the place. Like not having music isn't a bug. Like it's
not. It's not. It's absolutely not. I would hope that if you're not going to incorporate music, that you have a diverse sound design that's not just hearing wind blow and hearing creaking metal.
You almost had it. You almost had it.
First of all, you've never heard this game, but
yeah.
Second of all,
that's why I was asking. Yeah. That's why I was asking.
Aside, and I don't understand why.
like if you had just stopped the sentence halfway through that statement, it would have been like perfect.
There's creaks and cavernous echoing and
Chris Davis, have you ever read Blame? The manga.
I mean,
I'm unfamiliar with Blame.
It's about a giant megastructure that's probably an inspiration for this.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Cool.
There's Chris Davis's homework for the week.
No, I don't have time to read.
There we go.
It's the 21st century. We don't read anymore. We barely have books.
Speaking of not having time to read...
Listen to the audiobook of whatever that book we just said was while playing this game. That's
it's a manga.
Oh shit!
Is
there an audiobook for it?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it has
Are there
like,
audiobooks?
An audiobook for a manga?
Well, this particular manga also has kind of limited dialogue. Like the whole point, what I was trying to get through is that the whole point is like the vibe of the place, the fucking
what's it called?
The atmosphere.
Blame. It's called Blame
with like an exclamation mark.
Blame or Blaine?
That's
blame.
Hilarious.
Like I blame you.
It's an audiobook manga? That's fantastic. All right.
Yeah, World Teller knows what's up. Blame fucks.
Blame fucks. Okay.
I thought you were saying blame fucks.
Blame. Yeah.
Who's fucks? Okay. You know what? I had another transition that was once again ruined in the moment. But
Speaking
you know
of transitions, Nick.
Hey, David.
Yeah?
You had this like long list of games that you were playing, considering bringing tonight, but you landed on these two.
Well, that's because Brad wanted them. Brad said those were relevant.
So Brad dictated your choices.
You're talking about Donkey Kong. Have you
Donkey
played
Kong
Donkey
Country-
Kong Country Returns?
No, he wanted to
HD?
rant about Donkey Kong,
Why?
and it's new.
So, how many of you guys were? Maybe I'm wrong on this. I haven't played Donkey Kong Country, the original one, in God knows how long. I never finished.
It's hard to go back to.
Same.
I never. No, I can go back to it. I think I can. I've been meaning to go back to it, but
It's
I always
fucked
wanted
up.
to do Return. So the weird thing was that Returns came out for the Wii. Tropical Freeze came out for the Wii U. Both control schemes were kind of weird and goofy, especially if I remember correctly on the Wii one, because remember on the Wii
You had to
like
the remote.
yes, then that was the biggest thing because you have to remember on the Wii remote when you turn it sideways, you had the D-pad, you had that little A button, right? You had the 1 and 2 button on the bottoms, and then those are the only buttons you had on the face. And then, so you have one for jump, you have one for roll, and then you need one for grab, and then you need one for like something else.
I remember I tried to play that back then. It was kind of fucked
was
up.
bad.
That's why when the 3DS one came out, I was like, oh, well, now there's like maybe decent.
Oh, that's right. There was a 3D one.
And
so
yeah.
You're
Is this
watching me
remake
play.
that you're? Is this?
This is the original Wii version, like.
I heard
is this version that you're
someone...
talking about, like that we're watching footage of right now? Is this a new release? Did I miss this?
Yeah, it just came out like 2 weeks for Switch.
No. It's a new release, but it is a remaster of the Wii game.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
HD
Is this the
Returns.
one that was like had like ice and snow?
No, that's
Tropical
Freeze.
Freeze.
Oh.
So the thing now, David's about to say some controversial shit that's going to piss off some Donkey Kong fans, but the truth is, I don't think there's any Donkey Kong fans here. Donkey Kong Country fans.
So you're
love
safe.
the Donkey Kong theme park.
You're in a safe space.
We all love the
right now.
DK rap, but I'm saying I don't think anybody cares about those games. The truth is, but Tropical Freeze is beloved, and people liked this one as well.
Well, I always wanted to play Tropical Freeze. I bought it the day it came out for Wii U. I never got around to it because I never finished the original one. So I know people complain about $60. Donkey Kong Country is $60. Blah blah blah. But I mean, but my biggest problem with this game is that like there's so much stuff put into it that like is not very like intuitive or something. Because you'll watch me fight this like crab boss, and I'm literally at the crab boss for like 30 minutes.
The bosses suck in Donkey Kong Country.
Well, it's so confusing on the things that you're supposed to do. Like, there's these crab bosses. It's easy. You jump on their head, you flip them over, and then you jump on their body. But jumping on their head doesn't always flip them over for some reason. And then, like, sometimes if you see he has like a fork in one hand, so sometimes he'll lift his hand up, and by you bouncing off his head, if you double bounce, you land on the fork and you lose your life. And you only have like 2 hits as Donkey Kong. It's just such an odd, like there's so many odd choices when like putting this game together.
Are you saying like it's because like platformers were built on this idea that like you learn a set of rules and you master that set of rules, like enemies behave a certain way.
Donkey Kong Country is just whack, and it's weirdly punishing at times.
Yeah, well, it's fine for the rules. There's fine. It's fine if it's clearly defined. But like with these crab bosses, after you take them out individually, they turn into a stack, right, of 3 of them, and then during this time they'll walk around and then they'll go. And they'll just like shake maracas every now and then. But it's not like it's not like with the music, right? It's not like exactly with the music, so then you know it's coming. So it's like sometimes you're jumping for them and then they don't go, and then sometimes they go really quick. It's such a weird...
They have no rhythm, so they just pull it.
It seems sloppy. They have no rhythm. They have no grace.
And
this Kong has a silly face.
And one of the weirdest things is that in the first game, you were Donkey Kong, and if you got a barrel, you had Diddy Kong, and he was following you around. So you get hit, you lose Donkey Kong, and now you play as Diddy. And Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong kind of play differently. So you're like...
Yeah.
So it's fine. But in this one, you're Donkey Kong always, and then when you get Diddy, it's just basically you get a couple extra hits. and he
Yeah.
has a jetpack, so you can float around, which makes navigation like way more easy. Yeah,
Diddy's
it's like
got
you have
a
a floaty.
jetpack?
Yeah, he's got.
But it
he's
was
had-
like that. It was always
Diddy's
like
had a
that. in
jetpack for a
Donkey
while
Kong
now,
Country,
He's had a
you know?
jetpack for a while since
When
like
you're Dixie, you can float, and that's just
since
unfair.
64 or something. I don't know.
yeah, since Donkey Kong 64.
I've
he
really
had,
been
like,
I've really been letting my Donkey
thought you were-
Kong lore.
He flies
I gotta be
around.
honest
He's got his
with
little
you,
peanut
David.
pistols. Pop, 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 pop.
This doesn't seem like a boss fight that anyone should get stuck on for half an hour. And maybe
Well-
that is like a to your point though.
well, there's
But,
some
but
levels.
like when you're getting hit, you're landing on the hook or like the claw. I think that's why you're
Well,
dying.
no, it's because you're not supposed to land. At some point, you don't jump on them anymore. When they do the little maracas thing, you're supposed to be on the floor and roll into them and flip them all over at one time.
Maracas. Okay. They're
But
not
they're not
actually holding maracas, they're just shaking their hands.
Yeah, but the thing is, how are you supposed to? See, there's no clear differentiation between when he's holding his hands up and when he's like. Stick an X. What is that? Oh, that's the roll. So I gotta do the roll.
Yeah.
When do I do the roll? And then it dawns on me that I have to roll when they're doing the like maracas thing.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Well, it didn't dawn on you. There's a dude in the background telling you.
yeah. So it dawned on me. Yeah.
Hey, but hang on. Tropical
okay.
Freeze is the loved one. You understand that, right?
Which
the one
is
that's
I know.
and I think
And
it's probably because it's like this was like their first foray into this shit,
Yes.
retro.
Yeah.
And I think Tropical Freeze was the refinement of that, which is why
Sure, which is why
it's
I'm
the one that
super
people love.
excited to finally get to it.
My
I think this is a
problem
dumb
with
question.
Donkey Kong Country.
I think it's a dumb
is-
question, but if you're not enjoying this game, are you still gonna force yourself to like push through it before you start Tropical Freeze, which is the
It's not
beloved
that.
one?
The thing is, it's not that hard. It's a bunch of asinine little choices they've made. Like okay, I have Donkey Kong. He has 2 hits. I have Diddy Kong. He has 2 hits. But like for some reason, certain bad guys are a 1-hit kill. Like there's like a level with like waves and the water coming from the back, and you have to like there's like rock structures that you have to run and then stand behind so the water
Right.
doesn't hit you. And then like okay, so then like I'm running along, and then there's like a window in a ship that I don't realize it's a window. And right as I'm jumping, the water comes through the window. 1-hit kill with the Diddy and Donkey Kong, and I'm just.
I do
it's
seem
just-
to remember a lot of people talking about this game when it came out, saying that it was unusually punishing.
Well,
No,
it's
but
just-
that's
I don't-
all Donkey Kong Country games. All the
I
you go
don't
back to the
know.
old ones, and they're fucked up too. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing. I'm okay with the. I'm okay with the 1-hit kills. I don't think 1-hit kills are the problem. The thing about this game is like Donkey Kong moves like a turd. He has like this slow momentum
Tell
like
me more.
run, and then it's also weird because when you roll, it doesn't immediately come out. Sometimes it comes out, and his roll is like a supercharge where you like go flying off the edge, and it's got this
Yeah.
weird thing where even you're off the edge and you're still in the mid roll, you can still jump out of it. So
Yeah.
there's like some secrets where you're like have to roll off the edge, commit to the dive, and then
You could do that
last
shit
minute-
back in the day too. Though,
No, I
right?
know, which is cool, which is the cool thing. But when the roll doesn't come out consistently, there's some times where I jam on the forward button and I roll and it doesn't come out. And I
It
just
could be this port. Like this
walk
thing didn't
right
get
off.
amazing reviews. This is a game that scored really well when it came out on the Wii, and it's like in the 70s right now. And I think
can't imagine playing this on the Wii because I think I remember pressing the bottom B trigger button to hold on to vines
here's-
and hold
here's a
on to
question.
walls and stuff.
Do you still
Yeah, you
have the
didn't.
Wii version?
Yeah, I do.
You should bust that out and play it. See if you
No,
had the
don't-
same
no,
struggles
I
with
can
like
do
the
that.
boss.
I think I got the 3DS
That's motion
version.
controls, though, right?
Yeah,
That's
don't
the
do that
thing.
one.
I think there are because it's so weird. Okay, you have a button to slam the ground, and then if you hold down and slam the ground, you go.
You know
We
what?
should
Move on
Blow.
to Tropical Freeze.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is a case of like the original game being kind of designed around the idea of using this like this simpler controller and motion combined with like the motion controllers and all that stuff, and just like trying to convert it over to a more like modern controller.
No,
just
I mean I'm
didn't
sure
translate.
I'm sure part of it is them trying to add certain things to because like you can't just remake Donkey Kong the exact same way. Like it'd be like a 8-hour game, you'd be done. You know
Who made this port, by the way?
That's my question. Does retro really know?
No, it's a shitty. I'll tell you. Oh, I think I heard it was
Mercury Steam.
no. I think it was
Retro Studios.
No, Retro's
no, it's
the
not
original
Retro
developer.
Studios.
I don't think
I think it's that shitty dev that remakes. I'll come back to me.
Come
Like
back
they
to
do
you.
like Square Enix remakes that are dog shit. I think this is them.
Maybe somebody in chat can figure it out, or if you want to continue looking at it.
Forever Entertainment.
Forever Entertainment. They're the ones who did they did that shitty Front Mission remake. They did that Panzer Dragoon remake. That was
come
dog
on.
shit.
Come on.
They're bad.
No, but
They're bad.
But this game is the original. I remember having I very clearly. I say it on the stream when I first pop it up. I'm like, oh, the first boss is like a crab boss, and I remember hating this back in the day.
Yeah,
and that's why I never finished this game.
I think what you're realizing is that Donkey Kong Country kind of sucks, and I'm with you.
No,
I played Tropical Freeze for like a world or two, and I hated the bosses.
You said it was,
and I remember hating them back on the fucking Super Nintendo when I played the first two games. I never played the third one on the Super Nintendo, but I played the first two. They felt fucked up, and I was like,
talking
I'm
about
a Mario guy
classic
apparently
here,
because
though,
I'm with
right?
Miyamoto on this shit. It sucks ass. But everyone talked up Tropical Freeze, so when I played it, I was like, okay, sure, this is fine. But what I realized is that the levels were way too fucking long, and I was just over this shit by the time I got to the end of a level. Like, it didn't feel well paced because of that. And there's just too much like starting and stopping to get the fucking banana. You gotta get your bananas. Like every 2 feet, you're like hitting something on the fucking ground or like doing bullshit to get the fucking bananas.
Does it get like this?
And having to do that
shows?
every like 5 feet for such a long
it's true.
level,
It is very
I'm
true.
like, fucking
and then
dude.
And then you got all the
Mario was never like that.
You have all the Kong coins. You have all the Kong things,
man.
puzzle pieces in this game, and every time they're like hidden in some crappy
I hate collecting shit in like a side-scrolling platformer. Like even back in the day with Mario, I never collected the fucking coins. That's not why I'm here. Why am I wasting time getting these fucking coins? You get to the end of the level. I've always felt that way about side-scrolling platformer.
Okay, this is starting to feel like
So the ones when they
gaming
started
therapy.
to focus, and I felt this way about 3D platformers, when they started to focus too much on collecting, I'm like, fuck this shit. I can't stand Kirby games for that reason, or Yoshi games for that reason. Fuck collecting. Fuck Yoshi's Island. Next game.
I'm still on the same boss right now, right? How long is this video?
Yes, you
That's
are.
what I'm saying.
He looks so slow and doofy too.
Well, the hit detection is not the greatest either, man. You're just like
yeah.
It's super not forget. It's like the slight. I mean, like
it's a bad hurt box.
You give the player a little bit benefit of the doubt in certain situations, right? You can't have it to where if I graze his spike, then I always lose.
To be fair, the footage that you provided me, I think, was 15 minutes long, so that may have looped.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
I have a no. I'm pretty sure it was at least 15. The other levels, I've been starting and stopping my recordings per level because there's a very definite. So I gave you like 4 or 5 levels that I played.
Yeah. I just grabbed one. I happened to pick the one with the stupid crab boss.
I do want to hear about Clock Tower.
Dude, do you guys even know how this game plays, dude?
I don't even know what this game is.
I do.
Which version of Clock Tower are we talking about?
Clock Tower Rewind.
Remake or like a version of the original Clock Tower that's like PlayStation or PC?
It's like a
Super Nintendo.
It's like
Super Nintendo. That's right. That is right.
It's like a point-and-click adventure game, but with like a stalker type character that's hunting you.
With Billy Bob, the scissor guy, scissor hands.
Ooh, scissory timbers.
Dude,
yeah, I can't stand
Nick, I don't
this
think
shit.
you
Some
understand.
people love Clock Tower, but I can't stand this shit.
Well, here's the thing. Immediately when you open it up, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't play this shit. There's no way, dude."
It's
you
scary.
go in there. It's not scary.
It is. No, it was.
It is,
That's why
okay.
people like this shit. That's why people like this shit. They're bad games that scared people back then, and to certain people, if horror scares them, it is successful. But they're not fun to play.
The crazy thing is, it's not like a point and click like Maniac Mansion or anything like where you click here and he walks over there and you check the thing out. It's not like that, right? But so there's a meter, and if you get too scared, you press the button to rest, and she'll do the Japanese sitting on my like calves. She'll sit down and regain her life a little bit, and then like if you want to go left, you click the left trigger. And then she'll start walking left. And if you want to go right,
that we're watching, like the opening cinematic.
This is the opening cutscene. This might have been remade for like the rewind, the Clock Tower rewind.
Yeah,
you're
of course.
you're gonna have to skip a little bit to get any of the gameplay.
Yeah.
But
Oh shit, he's about to cut her head
Oh, I don't
off.
think Nick
I forget what this guy's name.
capabilities.
Billy, Scissorhands or what? I forget what
Billy
it is.
Zane.
I forget his name.
It's Billy. Let's go with Billy Zane. It's Billy
So-
Zane, the Scissor Maniac.
So it's crazy because
Billy Maine, the Scissor Maine.
There we go.
The story behind it is you're a bunch of girls from this orphanage, and you're being adopted by this wealthy guy, and then the mistress brings you to the place, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get him," and she leaves the room, and then the lights go out, and then you're like, "Oh, what happened?" And you hear a scream, and you leave the room to go check on it, and then I think
Billy
you hear
Zane
another
appears.
scream. No, you hear another scream, and you go back to the room, and all the girls are gone, and so like you're
Sounds like Saturday night. Am I right?
Saturday night, the
Continue,
Sacred
I'm sorry.
Genesis game. But
Something
so-
JAV.
so the thing, so the first time I play it, right? I go to the first room, I check it out, like it's a parrot there, whatever, and then I go to the next room and I open it up and it's the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, there's a shower curtain, and I pull the shower curtain back, and it's one of the girls like dead and tied up. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? And then Scissor Guy jumps out.
Billy
And
Zane.
then- and then so he's chasing me, and I immediately die because you can't outrun him. Well, I mean, you can every which way is a dead end, essentially. You have to learn how to navigate around.
It's trial and error. It's
Wait,
annoying.
quick pause. Could somebody tell me how to fast forward this footage? Because you're still like in a menu.
Yeah, it's
You're
probably
in
me talking.
OBS. Click on the thing in the scene, and then there should be a
Thing
timeline
in
bar.
the scene
Yeah.
for the actual
Yeah,
video.
the video in the scene,
And where am I going?
and then above your box where it has all your things in the scene, there should be a timeline that'll pop up.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna.
You
this
look
feels
for it up.
dangerous.
Not hard.
You're
Just
almost
click on
there.
the item.
You're at the
Just don't
E
worry
now.
about it. You're almost to the game.
Well,
Uh,
so the thing is, once he in the opening part, like there's very set ways the game is set up, but the surprise is that it changes. So the first time I go and I open the shower curtain, he jumps out, he chases me. I run down this hallway, he chases me. I eventually hit a wall, can't go anywhere. He stabs me with the scissors, or I knock him down the first time, and then the second time he stabs me with the scissors, I die. Game over. Okay, and then it loads you back basically where you were, so that you don't have to sit through all the story startup stuff again. And then so I'm like, okay,
the point of the decision point. It loads you back to the
Right.
decision point, right?
kind of, yeah. So like I'm like, okay, well, shit, man, I don't want to go in that room because he's gonna be there in the shower curtain, and I haven't figured out how to you can lock the door, but he breaks it down. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't go that way. So I'll just I'll just forego the bathroom and I'll go to the other room, and I'll just search more of the mansion before I go and confront him. And then I literally go into the room, and he just freaking jumps out of the skyline, like
Through the skylight.
it just drops down out of nowhere, and that actually legitimately scared me because it's an actual there's no cut loading, there's no I remember how Resident Evil used to and you could hear the disc reading to let you know that something was gonna happen.
Man,
You know what
those
I'm talking about?
days.
Yeah, but literally, I'm just okay, I'm gonna go check out the different part of the mansion. I just walk over there, and he just comes flying through the window.
That's the
And
juice, though, man. I'm telling you.
And then again, I'm running for my life, and I'm like, God dang it! I don't know how to figure out how to beat this guy. I just don't know. And I'm frustrated. I'm at the point where I'm just you know what? I don't think I'm gonna play this game. And then all of a sudden, what happens? I find I find a car or something, and then I hide in the car, and he walks by and he doesn't see me, and I'm like, okay, well and he goes away, and now it becomes discovery mode again, and I'm looking for stuff, and I find a ham, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I find
What? You found a ham?
Yeah, you find wait.
Sorry,
I think
It's a point-and-click adventure.
I just
Why
find
is
that
it?
incredibly funny. I'm sorry.
Well, I think I find insecticide first. I find insecticide, and then I open the refrigerator, and then there's a bunch of insects in it, and they chase me out of the room. And then so I come back and I spray them with the insecticide, and then they die, and then I get a ham. and then I get captured, and they put me in this cage with some like animal man, and he's like, "Ooh, finally food," and you're like, "Oh well, how about you have this ham instead of eating me?" And they're like, "Oh, thank you," and he eats it, and then like, all of a sudden I'm like, "Wait a minute, I'm starting to get the hang of this." It's an old game, but you start to get like the hang of.
Isn't
like
Clock Tower commonly like kind of lumped in with like the likes of Resident Evil?
No.
Well, there's a
You're
Clock
thinking
Tower
of like
3.
Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark had
I
had
guess that's true.
had like a stalker enemy moments. Clock Tower is definitely more niche because there's no real gameplay outside of walking around and trying to evade this thing. I don't know.
It's a very one of those You remember that game a long time ago Brad played? It was called Don't Shit Your Pants.
What?
But that's what it is. It's like don't shit your pants, and you're like, okay.
Why is this like that again?
Well, because you're like, okay, I don't want to shit my pants. What can I do? Like go to the bathroom.
If you fart, you shit your pants.
If you fart, you shit your pants. Okay,
if you
so
fart
I know.
lightly,
you
get some more. It's a timed game. You get more time if you fart
exactly.
lightly.
And it's like, okay, I know I can't go to the room and lock the door behind me because he just breaks down the door. So obviously, don't go here. So what if I go?
Wait, is that the game where it's like you have to do every little thing? So like you have to like remember to pull your pants up or something. Like if you do.
Like famously, if you forget to pull down your pants, you just shit your pants.
And you're like, oh, you shit your pants.
It's
you
like
finally
a
figure it out.
Trial and error game.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That shit was good.
God,
I believe the developer of Don't Shit Your Pants went on to make other notable indie games, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
I guess I could just look it up.
That's so fucking brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm so glad you brought up Don't Shit Your Pants.
You remember that? Well, that's kind of what this is, just in like Super Nintendo like format, where you're just like, what is going on?
Oh my god. The developers of Don't Shit Your Pants is Cellar Door Games, the Rogue Legacy people.
Are you fucking
They're like
serious?
millionaires now.
Wait, so there's like Don't
awesome.
Shit Your Pants Easter eggs in Rogue Legacy? Because
That's
don't they
probably-
have have stuff from like all their other games and
Oh my god.
That's great.
that's probably
I
true.
love learning that fact. Thank you.
That is like
That
an
was great.
amazing piece of gaming history. Like
good for
Don't
them.
Shit Your Pants, Rogue Legacy. Like there's
Gosh, that's still playable, huh?
Don't Shit
I
Your
checked
Pants?
it out. Yeah, I checked it out one day like a few years ago. I don't know if it's still back now, but
Wait, which game are we
It's
talking
a
about?
Don't
browser
Shit Your
game?
Pants.
yeah,
Oh, Don't Shit Your Pants. Yeah.
you can play it right now. Just play it for yourself and figure out all the achievements.
I mean, I
right?
could do it in real life if
I
this
play it every
podcast
day.
doesn't work.
Oh Lord, it came. See, like and then so. Oh man, yeah.
That's just me in the
Have
morning.
you
after
finished
I
this
ate
game,
pizza the night
David?
before.
No, I've been meaning to go back, but I put a lot of stuff on pause for the. Well, I've been just
That's
spending
so
all my time
funny.
in Final Fantasy.
The website for Don't Shit Your Pants is cellardoorgames.com.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
That's so sick.
Oh man, look at this! I'm just like walking around slowly.
She takes
It's
a
gonna
long
be a
time
while,
to
man.
go upstairs.
It's a long time before I get to the scissor man, dude.
Billy
and by
Zane.
the way, I think I
The
go upstairs
Scissorman?
and I forget his name, Billy
Zane.
Baldwin or something. I don't know.
Bill Scissorman.
Bill Scissorman. All right.
Before this, what was
Billy-
like
Billy
the last time you
Bass,
did a
also?
point and click adventure like this?
Billy Batson.
Me?
Yeah.
Like beat it all the way through or tried it?
Or you
Either?
tried it?
No one's ever finished Clock Tower, first of all.
I'm talking
David-
about any point. and click
David will be the
adventure.
first person.
This is not really like. It's not like people who are into Clock Tower are also into like LucasArts adventure games. I mean, I don't think.
Monkey Island?
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
I did try Monkey Island. I did try Day of the Tentacle,
Mm.
Grim
I
Fandango.
hate
that sounds
Alvarado.
sexy.
So you
Point and
see,
click adventure games are like perfect games to like sit in a room while someone else plays because I can't fucking play.
By the
these
way-
games. I mean, my whole
I have
Yeah.
pitched. I have pitched your Lorelei and the Laser Eyes with my wife. Idea.
did you say yes?
She said yes. We haven't done it yet,
Woo!
but she said yes.
Woo! It's fucking hard, dude. That game is like
Not.
What do you mean it's not? Fuck you, Crispy.
It's addition and subtraction. It's
That's
like
hard.
third grade math.
Yeah, like for like the shortcut doors and stuff. What are you talking about? It gets like fucking funky.
Well, it gets
like
a little
long ass days taking care of children, and we're at the end of a long day trying to like keep this shit in our head.
Oh, so
It
you're saying
is not.
She did.
brain? That's what the problem is.
She did have one
Well,
condition.
I'm saying it's a lot, and it expects you to like that. Is game asks a lot of the player's brain. Let me tell you,
She did have
you
one.
really
got
got to like juggle that around, and I mean, you don't need to take notes because it's all in your inventory. That's a pain in the ass to control, which is kind of frustrating.
Listen,
Yeah,
she had one condition. I have to start the game over.
Yeah.
Well, how far did you even get?
Like an hour and a half. I was like an hour and a half in.
Did
so
you,
it's not.
yeah.
And I'll
did
and I'll
you get
remember
into the backyard. Did you go into
No.
any mazes?
In the backyard? No,
I think I remember a maze, but not a backyard.
Okay.
Oh, the one like in the
then you
in
can
the
start over. It's
window, the mirror or whatever.
You didn't do anything. You can start over.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not far at all.
Fuck me. Then.
You could see Nick. You could see the percentage when you go to your load screen.
I'm not even gonna like burden myself with knowing that information. I'm just gonna restart the game because that's the
probably
deal.
like
I'm gonna play it with my
3%.
wife. We're gonna sit in front of the TV.
You'll remember the
she's
maze.
gonna be the note
You'll
taker
remember
and the
the
puzzle
maze.
solver,
You'll
Oh, I
and I'm
finally
gonna be
figured out
the
the piano puzzle.
I'm gonna be on the controller on the sticks. All right, guys, it is time.
Dude, that game's sick. You guys suck.
I'm not saying.
What are you talking about? I'm actively playing it.
I'm the only one who likes that game.
You're sounding like me,
Robin's,
Crispy.
what is Robin's opinion of Tales from the Borderlands? I'm just out of curiosity.
Well, she loves Borderlands in general. First of all,
You watched the Borderlands movie?
No.
Oh god.
Oh, what?
I watched part of it. It's crazy bad.
Borderlands in general is pretty
crazy
bad.
bad.
My wife loves Borderlands. She's very excited for Borderlands 4. I think she played Tales from the Borderlands. Actually, she did. She borrowed my copy because I wasn't playing it, and she played it. And she said it's really good.
Damn. That could have been a couple activity right there.
It could have been, but I refuse. Y'all ruined it. It's y'all's fault.
Does she play on your account or she plays on her own account?
Oh no, she plays on her account. Like she's a fucking.
Okay.
She's a. You'd understand this, David. She's a Chivo.
Chivo? Like Xbox?
I was about to say she's a Chivo whore. And I was like, I feel weird saying that about my wife. But
My wife.
my wife. But yeah, she's like, I'll propose like, hey, you can come play this game on my because she doesn't have a PlayStation. So I was like, you can come play the game. I have it on PlayStation. You can play it here. She's like, no, I want the Chivos. Like that's her reaction half the time. You know what she's playing right now? Mass Effect for like the 15 millionth time.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong.
That
It's
is the
a great
franchise
game.
where people like do that though.
But she has a I didn't know this about my wife. I found out yesterday. She has a spreadsheet. She plays Mass Effect with a spreadsheet that keeps track of all the different planets that you can like do research on and like mine. It's like she goes deep.
Doesn't seem like a
on
game
Mass
that
Effect.
needs a spreadsheet, so I'm kind of curious what's actually on that spreadsheet.
It's because
I
most people don't spend a ton of time like mining and shit and like seeking out resources on specific planets. She has like an entire spreadsheet that tells you where to find everything that you need.
Mass Effect 1?
Yeah.
You guys should watch Deep Space Nine.
I guess spreadsheets are a thing. She just has like, did she make the spreadsheet or is she just
No. She found somebody else's spreadsheet.
Oh well, yeah, that's just playing video games, really.
Fair enough. All right, guys,
It's not like it's a Lorelei and the laser eyes.
Let's wrap it up with our
I
final
get mad
thoughts.
because I could sometimes Malia just wants to look some shit up, and I'm like, you cannot look shit up in this game. You're gonna see shit you're not gonna be able to unsee, and you're ruining it. So we'll make a little bit of progress, but then we'll just spend the rest of the night just kind of wandering around, getting frustrated because
eroding your marriage.
like when you get stuck on something, it's frustrating because most of the stuff in Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, it's not like, well, we'll have more information later when we come back to it. Some stuff is like that, but then some stuff is we should just be able to figure this out by looking at it, and it's frustrating when you know you're probably in that situation and you can't figure it out because you know that might unlock a door where there's like a whole bunch of other stuff behind it And when you finally get open that door, that's a nice feeling. But when you don't have that door open, you're just bouncing back in between like 3 rooms that you can't quite figure out. It's like it can be kind of draining. I mean, the whole game is draining like, mentally because it's a lot. It's a lot. But it is extremely good. I started debugging games, you know.
Dude, those are so. Oh my god! Shut up. This game's great.
I know we're here to talk about video games, but so I hate to interrupt, but it's time to wrap up with the 4-player minute or our final thoughts or whatever the fuck
Let David
call
go
it.
first.
Let's let David go first.
And what are you guys doing February 7th, March 17th?
What?
March 17th?
Dude,
March 18th, sorry.
I don't even know.
I live my life a half day at a time. Okay.
Okay. That's my hype for this week. Young Posse is coming to Texas.
Shit.
Who?
They had an American tour like a couple months ago where they hit like Florida and all these other, but they didn't come to Texas. And then now they're coming to Texas for like 5 shows.
Is this a
Six
J-pop group?
No, it's a K-pop
K-pop
hip hop group. You guys want to go?
Yeah,
You're say Young Posse.
I do.
March 18th
Sure.
is a
Where?
Tuesday.
March 18th is a Tuesday. They're in Houston on March 17th. So I'm
Houston.
trying to go to all 5 shows.
What?
it's like-
Young Posse's
Why?
that good?
San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, College
What is
Station.
this date?
March.
You might want to look
18th.
up a picture of Young Posse before you agree to anything.
That's probably true.
I have
Sorry,
a feeling.
you said it was
What's
March
wrong?
what?
18th on a Tuesday.
I'm
coming up to see.
I'm
Purple
looking at my
Kiss.
calendar here. I hate to tell you, that is a recycling day.
Oh shit!
So I
Recycling
can't, I
what?
can't make
I
it.
can't go anywhere.
No.
Oh shit!
What is this?
I mean, we were willing to cancel the podcast for this, but he can't skip out on recycling day.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's a.
Not again.
By the way, sorry, no, I'll save that for my.
he knows the cost.
Do you have any other final thoughts, David?
Okay, so I'm still going, right? That's my hype for the.
You decide when it's over. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, really?
You shouldn't have said
Time
that,
for the
Nick.
filibuster, dude.
No,
No!
no.
Let me list off all
Damn
the
it,
games
Nick.
I'm gonna try to beat this year.
Okay, I made a terrible mistake. That's not what I meant.
My sweat for this week is I gotta go see Festive in LA. I don't usually make Valentine's Day plans, but this idol group that I've been following for like 12 years, they came to perform in San Francisco like 12 years ago, and then all the members from that group are now gone, but they're still the group is still going, and I still know them, and they're coming to Los Angeles February 15th to perform, but for some reason they're doing a Valentine's thing.
Chad has big, like, I keep getting older and they keep replacing members.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I say. But people told me to stop making that joke because it's too risque. Like, you know what I love? Yeah, you know
Not
what?
entirely untrue.
You know what I love about these idol girls?
No, don't say it.
All right.
Yeah.
We know you don't have to say it.
Anyways, but one of the girls from Young Posse. One of the girls from Young Posse is like 15, so.
Whoa.
And another one's 17. They're cool. They're fun. I took pictures. I'll send you the pictures I took with them.
No, don't send me the
Gotta be
picture.
careful with that sentence structure there.
Please
What?
don't send me the pictures.
I'm like I have rapper grills on with a big chain and sunglasses. Yeah.
I can't decide if it
yeah,
makes
see-
me want them more, the
yeah,
pictures
that's why-
more or less. I don't. I'm not
that's
entirely
what-
sure.
But yeah, that's my sweat because they're coming, and then I gotta like. I usually don't like doing anything for Valentine's. I mean, like even when I had had a girlfriend a few of those years, and I still didn't really make plans. Like
For Valentine's Day?
yeah, well one time
Was she cool with that?
One time we went to Valentine's Day
It might have
lunch and we got
contributed to why it ended.
we went to Valentine's Day lunch and we got a fight at lunch and broke up after lunch, and so we didn't do anything for dinner.
Classic
go.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but
Hey,
that's my.
we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day in this house either. We don't care for it.
So
That
real
unusual.
quick,
Oh, crazy.
Real quick
I mean,
for my,
whatever. I get it, but like it's.
We say Happy Valentine's Day and maybe flowers. Or
Yeah,
something.
I
That's
know,
about
and
it.
I'm like that with some stuff with my wife too. But like, we also both agree that we're just being kind of lame.
That's true.
You know.
Sorry. Anyways, continue.
But my shame for this week, well, pretty much for this year, is that there's a there's an endless list of games I never got around to. I'm made a list of like 10 games that I'm gonna go beat that I've been putting off forever. One of them is Gears Tactics. One of them is that Aliens strategy game. I forget what it's called, but it's on
Dark
my
Descent?
thing back there. Dark Descent. I really
That's a
enjoyed
good
that
game.
I really enjoyed it. I sent it back to GameFly, bought it immediately when it went on sale, and I just have not.
That's
This
on
is
my
what's so
list.
fucking funny about you, David. It's because everyone,
it's cool.
based on the
Did you
conversation
play that
we
game?
just came out of about Young Posse, someone would assume that you really want to play the next like Persona game, but to you that's like dog shit.
No,
You
Persona
want to
is
play
dog
the
shit.
Aliens Tactics game.
Yeah,
It's
that's cool.
insane. It's
Did
an
you
insane
play
thing.
Lamplighter? Did you play Lamplighters League?
Literally nobody played that except for like 50-year-old men.
There's another tactics
forgot
game I
about
played recently.
Lamplighters League.
Wait,
that are like
didn't Chris Davis play that?
Lamplighters League
No, I
is good too.
didn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's
Forgot
good.
about it.
But I feel like I need to go play Mutant Year Zero or whatever it's called before I go play Lamplighters.
David,
That's
how
all-
far
that's
did you
what-
get in Aliens?
Into
remember?
the second or I remember I was driving around with a car, and it was like
Okay, because
do you get a car in that game?
yes, and then
Yeah,
you
dude.
set it up and it protects you, goes brrrr, and it shoots the aliens
Yeah.
as they're running at you. It's
Dude.
it's awesome.
It's the best parts of Aliens. Like it's the best Aliens game there is.
Oh, okay.
the-
We got an
the-
Aliens fan over here. I'm more of an
I'm just saying,
guy, but whatever.
You want to go back to it because the third act is when they introduce like XCOM mechanics and a
I'm sure.
stressful time limit. It's
Oh, God.
it is
It's really
fucking
cool.
good.
I think I was fighting. Was I fighting a queen in this? At some point, like the queen's chasing you, you get the hell out of there.
All right.
There always is a queen.
Oh, see, that's
This
crazy.
isn't a
Okay.
filibuster segment.
And then I got so I also have Fuga is it
Melodies
Lost
of Steel?
It's Melodies of Steels because they just announced the third one coming out, and I still haven't beaten the first one. That's on my list. Shin Sekai, like what's that? Into the Depths. That's a game that I always wanted to finish. You can't
The
even play it on
Capcom
Apple.
developed
Like
indie
Metroidvania
game?
underwater.
Metroidvania game?
Yeah, I tried to
I
jump back
believe
into it
that
now.
team is the one who went on to do Kunitsugami.
Yeah, which by the way I beat that last year. That's one of my favorite games from last year too.
It's pretty good actually, Kunitsugami. I only got about halfway through, but I kind of regret not finishing.
I also want to do. Was it Left Alive?
What?
Left Alive.
Left Alive?
Yes,
Like the
that-
From Mission
Alive
spinoff?
or Left
yes,
Alive?
but it's kind
The
of
dog
got
shit shooter?
it's kind of
You
got like Metal Gear Solid vibes where you're sneaking
This
around.
fucking clown.
And then
the
these are my
only Metal Gear stuff about that game is the fucking cover illustration art.
Yeah, no, but
That's
but,
it.
but it's I remember that year, Brad, when Metal Gear Solid 4 was coming out, and I made it a point to go back and beat all the Metal Gear Solids, and I went through and I was like breaking all the soldiers' necks.
That
When I
is
played
the first game.
Yeah, when I played Left Alive, it reminded me a lot of like the frustrations of like clunky, like feeling through
Yeah,
the controls.
but that smooths out like in the first hour of playing Metal Gear Solid. Left Alive
How do you
stays
know? How do you know unless you
Because
go?
Brad
no one
is
knows
an-
because no one's played
Okay,
more than an
because
hour. of
Brad
Left
is an
Alive.
expert
But
gamer.
my last set of discs.
True.
Okay. East Monstrum Nox.
Wait, did you say
I
got
played that one.
set?
That one's pretty cool.
Well, I played like a couple hours into the PS4 one, and I bought the PS5 one. So now I'm gonna have to start the game over again. I also bought East Nordics, but I haven't got around to starting that up.
This is. Oh my God.
I've got
He's really going for the filibuster.
In Sound Mind. I don't know if you
I
played
mean,
that.
yeah,
but
I've
that's
played
pretty
that.
fantastic. Have you
It's a
played
great
that
game.
Nick?
I have
No,
not
I've
It's
finished
so
played
it.
that.
awesome.
It's a great
I remember
game.
so many times it shocked me, dude. Like when I was walking around, somebody was like peeking around the corner, and I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Dude,
And
the
then he goes,
fucking level in the supermarket where you're using the broken pieces of mirror is so
Yes.
original and so
yes,
cool.
Yes, it's so many cool effects. Like the little sticky notes where you're putting on everybody, and then like I always said, it's a super short game. There's no reason I can't finish it.
I like horror games with combat.
Metro Exodus, I was super enjoying that like 5 or 6 years ago, and never got around to finishing Metro Exodus.
The sad thing is, I think
The-
you
the
would
enhanced
also
edition's
fill
out.
a list of like complete these Japanese games to get points.
Yes!
You play the games that like Nick plays. It's crazy. I'm
Ooh.
saying that seems crazy.
What?
I mean, it's
Also-
normal. Obviously, it's a very normal thing. But you seem very Japanese game coded. Yet you're holding up fucking Metro and indie
Oh, we got
horror
Blue
games.
Reflections on there too. I forgot about Blue Reflections.
Yeah, but you're never gonna finish Blue
I'm
Reflection.
gonna finish it this year. Watch. You want to?
Okay.
Huh? We were
Okay,
going
this
to bed.
4-player minute.
You will only finish it if I
I
challenge
hate you guys.
If I don't challenge you won't finish it.
That's on my list, though. I promise you, it's on my list. Pikmin 4 is on my list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Metroid Dread is on my list. I
Oh yeah.
need to
Great
finish
game.
that. Harvestella is on my list.
No.
How
Okay.
tall is this stack?
It's just
He's just
couple
gonna
more.
keep going. He literally has thousands of games
I do.
around him right now. We have to stop him.
Mario Rabbids I only have 2 more. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Miasma Chronicles. I gotta finish that too.
Of course, Miasma
What is-
Chronicles,
what?
the fucking game from the Mutant Year Zero people that
It was good. There's a part where
No.
David. The town leader's daughter goes missing, and then you got to go track her down. She got kidnapped by giant frogmen, and you find her, but she's dead, and she's like in a bulb, in a bathtub, like soup, just melted away. It's
What's the
sad.
last game on your
Oh,
list?
man. Frog Soup.
Metal Gear Survive. God damn it.
Oh my
See,
god!
I assumed you finished that one already.
No, I didn't. But I inspired Green Toast to do it. Which
Green Toast, you are a bad influence on that man.
No, I'm a worse influence because I put 126 hours into it.
I assure you
Survive?
that is not true, Chris
that
Davis.
is
Nick,
survive. You
Chris,
survive.
David, fucking
Chris Davis.
hell.
Chris Davis might be the best of all you guys, man.
That's what
He
Carlos
actually-
always says.
He always plays the stuff like. How do you know unless you know, dude? How do you know unless you... Metal Gear
Chris
Survive.
Davis.
Did you
Chris
you
Davis
never
is
played
full of
Metal
shit.
Gear Survive where you came out the door and there's like a giant like
The dust monster. Yeah.
Princess Mononoke giant like black monster just walking around the background giant thing. You're like, what the hell is that? A game-changing situation.
A game changer. Okay.
Fucking cool.
David, I love
Yeah,
you.
but
You got it.
you
This
wouldn't
is
know.
it. This is the end of the
All right,
filibuster.
And then my fuck you for this week is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've put it down multiple times. I think I dislike 99% of that game, but this like 1%.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, can we agree that it has it's like very oddly like tonally like 1 second.
We
and then,
will
like,
talk about
stupidest
it.
Dog shit.
We will talk
next-
about it. What about when Yuffie is singing
Okay,
lyrics
Brad,
to
you
her
are
theme
not
song?
helping
Dude,
here.
that is terrible. I love
Fuck
you,
you.
but that's terrible. But it is cool whenever she like. So here's the thing: when she's in
No,
her
no,
materia,
David.
when she's in her materia
You
mood,
let this happen. He had
You won't
had a
stop.
4-player minute, and you said keep going. This is on you, Nick.
Next thing you're gonna tell
materia-
me is that David, the
Chris
one
Davis,
per-
Chris
the
Davis,
1%
what's your
that
4-player
David
minute?
liked,
wait. Let Nick finish this.
the
thing.
1%
Go ahead.
of Rebirth that David liked is Chadley.
No, Chadley's terrible, dude. Oh god, that's. Oh no,
I
that's another
literally
thing.
like
This
Chad.
game
David.
opens up so many
David.
side quest storyline. Do you know the
David.
Chadley side quest? Wait.
We're
let
not
me just,
talking
one
about
point.
Rebirth.
The last point. Do you know what the Chadley storyline? How that ends?
I don't give a
No,
shit.
because I
Do you know
stopped.
how the
doing that shit.
Queen's Blood storyline ends?
No.
No.
Do you know how the Proto Relic storyline ends?
No.
That's what
Some
I
of
mean.
them.
It's all stupid. It's all stupid. Do you know? Do they solve the whole like double ghost? Double Sephiroth? No, not double Sephiroth.
This is
Double
literally
Cloud?
the content of the spoiler cast.
David.
Yeah.
Stop.
So tune in next week for
Tune
the
in
spoiler
next week.
cast. If you
Okay,
wanna
for the
find
love
out
of
all the
Jesus.
things-
Tune in.
if you
I'm
wanna
passing
find
the
out what
baton.
to
It's gonna be
Chadley-
very spicy.
Oh my god, I'm passing
Spicy
the baton.
takes, y'all.
Brad.
I like that game. I have no room for it on my top
Brad,
10
shut the
list.
fuck up. Don't you dare talk
This
about
is
that
my
game.
4-player minute. My 4-player minute is my top 10 list.
No,
Which
oh, okay. I thought you were... Never mind. I thought you were saying
the
you were going to
10
do a top
things I
10
love
list.
most about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No, that's not my 4-player minute. My 4-player minute is all about Monster Hunter. So it's like this looming thing coming, right? Nothing can stop it. It's coming. All video
Coming.
games before Monster Hunter are like they're gonna just stop dead in their tracks when I get to Monster
fodder.
Hunter.
When
So,
did
so I'm
Monster
kind
Hunter come out?
of
March?
it comes out at the very end of February,
Okay.
and so like I'm still like playing and finishing up games. Like now that I finished up most of the stuff I had started in 2024, I'm now like, well, I did also want to finish Arco. You know, I did want to try Lorn's Lure. So I'm starting these new games that are also really good. I still got to finish Lorelei. But like, I'm also like, there's some indie games coming out now that I've also been wanting to try. Like Citizen Sleeper 2 comes out this week. Ender Magnolia I want to play. That got really good reviews. There's just games that I want to try now, and it's like, well, I have to pick and choose. Do I finish playing the games that I had that I started last year or whatever, or do I play some of these new games? Because no matter what, when Monster Hunter comes out, it's
all over.
It's pretty much that until I get a Switch 2, I think, honestly. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty exciting year for games, but like it is definitely that is when I had the conversation with Malia when Rise came out. And I'm like, I'm about to be a bad husband and a bad father, and I'm apologizing ahead of time. It's gonna be pretty gross for a few weeks at least.
But
And
it's Monster Hunter. But it's Monster Hunter.
And I'm not gonna get much sleep, and it's gonna be gross. And I'm gonna be at work not being able to do my job well, and I'm gonna be thinking about Monster Hunter. And I'm very excited. I will say, and I have it drafted in like every fucking league that I'm in and all that. I still think it's a top pick. I think critics are good, but I'm starting to wonder a little bit. When 5th Gen came out, it had the 14 weapons. Rise comes out, it has the 14 weapons again. I'm shocked to find out that now we're in 6th Gen and it's still the 14 weapons again. I would have thought for sure by now they would have introduced new weapons, because up until that point, every Monster Hunter every mainline gen Monster Hunter had new weapons to introduce. So I'm wondering why. Why did they stop between World and Rise and now Wilds? Why did they stop introducing new weapons? I don't get it. I wonder if critics are going to be like, yeah, Monster Hunter is great and all, but why is it still these same 14 weapons? I don't get it. Which is like still kind of shocking to me. I don't get it.
It's weird.
I really hope. I don't know if they are holding back a surprise. I feel like they would have already told us if there was going to be a new weapon or two. I don't think so, but it would be nice. That's for fucking sure. That's sort of my final thought. Just thinking a lot about Monster Hunter, of course. And I'm still media blackout. Like people are posting trailers and I'm not watching any of them.
The return of Chris Davis's favorite podcast segment, Monster Hunter Weekly, or whatever the fuck
Oh yeah.
Unofficial title.
I didn't get it. Are you going to join us this time, Chris Davis? Are you going to join us this time?
I don't know.
Everybody else on this podcast.
I mean, you might end up saving
Nicholas.
yourself by like just giving in and joining the fray.
My problem with Monster Hunter isn't just that it's talked about every week. It's that we're showing media from it, just like another trailer, another fucking trailer. Just
literally. Are you out of your fucking mind? One hand you can count how many times there's been a fucking Monster Hunter Wilds thing in trailers. What are you talking about?
All right. Thank you, Brad, for your 4-player minute. I'm passing the baton over to Crispy.
The baton?
The baton?
The baton or the
baton?
What I was gonna. Can I ask Crispy a question?
Oh.
You may.
Okay, so remember earlier on in the show, Brad, you're a movie guy, right?
Yeah.
Earlier in the show, Brad was like piton, right? Because he was talking about pitons. And then from a movie, there's a quote where he's like, "Oh, you just hammer a piton in right up there, and then belay yourself off." And he said, "Belay myself off."
What movie are you talking about?
Yeah, do you know what movie that is? He goes,
Wait, let him think. Let the man think.
You really, Fishman, you really climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, didn't you? Because you can tell me the truth, and I won't be mad or anything.
I give up.
What movie is it? Does it sound familiar at all? No.
It does, but I can't.
It's a little movie starring Daniel Stern called Bushwhacked.
Oh,
Bushwhacked. Crispy's not as old as you,
listen,
David.
I specifically remember.
I love that movie.
I specifically remember the poster for Bushwhack being up in like the neighborhood, like video rental store for like way too long, and I don't like that. Is one of those posters where like I know the cover more than I know the movie, like that, and like what's the. Oh God! What's the fucking
I feel like you missed.
Warren Beatty is in a movie where he's like a politician and he hires an assassin to kill himself.
Bulworth.
Yeah, and the cover is like Yeah,
like this.
Yeah.
With the big mouth and animated cartoon
burned
mouth.
into my
I
brain forever.
I never watched that. But that's where
weird.
Ghetto Superstar the song came from. With Old Dirty Bastard and
from Bulworth. Oh, that makes sense.
Ghetto Superstar, that is what you are.
Yeah.
Bushwhack has an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
18%.
Yeah,
he is
that's
like
like
an
pre-internet. You can't.
That's very
it's weird. So for my 4-player minute, I don't know. I was gonna talk about Metal Gear, but I'm not ready. I don't know. I played Metal Gear, and I'll talk about
the longest build up to a game.
Just know that I think it's a very flawed but like really beautiful kind of artifact of gaming, and I had a lot of fun with it. Huh?
5? You know about 5?
Yeah.
V?
Metal
Gear Solid V?
V.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty great. But I don't want to get into it because I'm just gonna get up in my feelings about Metal Gear again. How about China, right? China and their AI models. They released that like $6 million
open source.
Yeah, they erased $2 trillion of like US tech capital like overnight. That's really funny. We're done. I'm on China's team now. Like I'm ready for my social credit score. Like they fucking beat us. They win. I'm a Chinese guy now. I'm #1 fan.
I thought that was just Nick with
What the fuck?
Wukong.
Why do you keep coming at me like this?
Dude, they won. They took it.
You gotta start perfecting your Chinese accent.
Yeah, I gotta start like learning Mandarin or something. Like that's it. I'm moving. I'm moving, guys.
Well, we're gonna miss you terribly. So just saying.
Yeah, Yeah. They were like, we made better AI than you for $6 million, and like everyone. Oh my god, everyone in Silicon Valley was like, let us burn the planet down and spend $60 billion to build this stuff. It'll totally be worth it, bro.
You're spiraling.
I mean, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Like
just revel in it. Just bask in it. That's all.
It's so good.
That's all we can do.
It's so good.
All right, Chris Davis, do you have anything a little more upbeat for us? Maybe a little more. No?
You know what? I will say 2 things. First, Game with Your videos are in production right now. I'm promising they are going to come out before March. Shit happened in the past month and a half that I had to prioritize.
Yep.
And I just did not get around to it now. The other thing is to answer David's earlier question from earlier in the show for weirdo shit that I've played that he might be interested in. I looked at my list. I didn't play a whole lot of games last year. I had to prioritize other stuff. But I did play Star Ocean: The Second Story R.
Oh, yeah.
That game was that game was pretty cool.
That's the one where he starts up and you like get attacked by wolves, right? And then you play as the girl or play as the boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claude.
I gotta go back to play that.
Claude.
I thought you were gonna tell me Star Ocean Divine Force.
See, that's more David energy. Divine Force.
Own that. I'd have to go look. I know I own a couple other Star Ocean games.
This
is my first one I played. Yeah.
Let's play it. Yeah.
But you want to talk weirdo shit? Okay, I've bought something. I've been meaning to play it. I haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
But how about Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world, love for these clothes of desire.
What the fuck?
I think I have that. It's Konosuba Shiyu. It's the new Shinsekai kind of games where like you move into a new world and like there's a whole different.
Yeah, it's an isekai.
Like, yeah.
But why did Chris Davis buy that?
Because I fucking love Konosuba. That is a wonderful series. I think it's
it's an anime.
Top 5 material for me. Yeah,
he bought the anime game, right?
Yeah, it is a PlayStation 4 visual novel that uses all the original voice actors.
Novel.
I don't know anything else about the game other than that it's just fucking Konosuba. That's all I need.
Maybe.
Why is that anime so good? How much anime do you watch?
I mean, I don't watch a lot, but
I dabble.
It's a comedy about isekais. It just makes
Can you
fun
tell
of
me
them.
roughly the year that you watched that anime?
It came out like 5-ish years ago. Wasn't
So
too
you're
far
like
back.
you're a recent anime watcher. Like it's not like something you watched like 15 years ago. This is like a newer thing, and you were like,
This feels like
this is a newer thing.
This feels like an interrogation all of a sudden.
Hey, Brad,
well, I'm just curious because he never talks about anime, but if he's actively watching Konosuba or whatever the fuck that was, like
that is actually that's exactly what it is.
I think
It's
you just like
Konosuba.
tune him out when he talks about anime.
Brad,
because he
Brad,
does.
he doesn't. He doesn't talk about
Brad,
anime. He
Brad,
doesn't.
do me a favor. Do me a favor, Brad. Are you interested in what? Will you watch an anime with you and your wife, you and Malia? It's a family anime. It's called Spy X Family.
Yes,
I've heard of it.
You should watch that.
That is great.
She doesn't.
But I think you enjoy it.
It's hard to picture on anything, honestly.
It's got like a cute Japanese
it's been like
girl,
pulling
like a
teeth to
dog.
get her to watch Severance.
The problem with Spy X Family is when you get into the second half of the first season, and it just becomes kind of a more of a gag show than actual like story development.
She's the kind of person who she. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's seen like some of the Adult Swim stuff when she was like younger.
No,
I
Adult
guess.
Swim. What, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force or what?
No, that's not what I'm
Dude, hell
talking
yeah.
about. Like she used to watch like Shin-Chan and stuff. I'm like,
Shin-Chan?
you used
What's
to
wrong with
watch
Shin-Chan?
this.
I
I guess that's anime. I guess you watched anime because that's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
anime.
And Inuyasha.
Would you, Brad? Would you want to go to a Young Posse? You and Malia?
No, I don't. I don't want to go to Young Posse.
It's a
Brad
it's a
is-
hip hop group.
Brad's an inside man.
I mean, you're right. I don't really even go to shows that I want to see these days, but it's mostly because I don't want to pay for a fucking babysitter. And, you know.
I'll watch the kids.
Okay.
I'll watch the kids. You go to Young
You guys
Posse.
go have a good time. Yeah.
Thanks. That's very polite of you.
Uncle David. will
I'll
take care of
enjoy
the kids.
Young Posse with
That's
Malia.
basically what I am. Basically, all my friends have had kids, and I just go and hang out with them. And for the present time being, I don't have to have kids because I have enough friends with kids to just go hang out
See,
with
that's
them.
the spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Live
that's what it is.
vicariously through your friends.
Yeah,
We
and-
should
and-
wrap up though because
I haven't even gone yet.
stop the recording soon.
You need
Yeah,
a kid? I
every
can get you a kid. I got a lot of friends with kids.
David's filibuster like pushed my 4-player minute out.
it wasn't even close to a filibuster, dude.
Look,
Go, Nick.
My final thought. So my wife and I like to go to the draft.
No,
I know-
no,
I know-
no,
Look,
no.
I'll just send you a picture. Look, that's my picture of games right there. That's
Oh
a
my
stack
god.
of Switch games and Xbox games, and then there's a stack
your,
over there
your
too.
room
There's a bunch of
literally
stacks
looks
there.
like the back room from
And
a
then
GameStop.
there's a stack of bunch.
All right, we're getting a little Asmongold over here. What's going on?
How's your codename Steam pile going?
Oh, I haven't given any away.
Nick,
in a while.
you just talk.
I'm trying.
Nick,
I'm
go,
trying
go.
to talk.
Power through.
My 4-player. I don't even know. My wife and I like to go to the draft house a lot, and my
Really?
wife and what? And so
I had no idea you were a draft.
no, so
I would have never known.
she went like sometimes we're like, oh my, they'll want, I'm like my wife will want to see this, so I buy tickets, or she'll be like, oh my husband wants to see this, so
Did
she'll
y'all
buy
go to a
tickets.
theater and watch different movies?
No.
Oh my gosh!
No,
really?
but she surprised me with two. She was like, "I signed us up for some stuff," and I was like, "Oh, what? Oh no!" She didn't want to tell me at first. She got tickets. She got tickets for two. There's a screening of Groundhog's Day at the Draft House on Groundhog's Day,
Nice.
which I always forget is coming up. But that's fine. And then she was like, "And the other one, I don't even want to tell you." And I was like, "Oh no." Oh God! Did you get tickets for the Mummy? Is that what's happening? Are we going to see the Mummy again? And she's like, "No, it's worse." And I was like, I had to really rack my
Scorpion
brain.
King.
No. She got. We're going to see Shrek. Yeah, it's
I mean, Shrek's
it is a
okay.
movie party though. We're going to a Shrek movie
But
party.
what's the significance? The significance is to go see these old movies in the theater again or something.
Yeah, but it's
Sure.
also just a movie that she loves, and it's.
But why? You could just literally put it on right now.
I mean, it's a
in your
movie
room.
party,
You,
so
you got a big TV.
It's a movie party.
It's
They
a movie
they
party.
serve
Okay.
food and
Yeah,
they
alright.
encourage games and they give you props and
Nick,
stuff.
if you
and-
want,
get various
I will
swamp
come by.
dishes.
I will come
Even
by
if
and
they
serve you
weren't
food.
doing all that goofy stuff, like, come on, theater experience.
Yeah.
Dude, no, we
They all sing Smash Mouth
like,
together.
The argument
Yes,
being like,
yes, Brad.
the argument being like, oh, you're gonna go watch an old movie in a theater and they're doing like a digital projection, whatever. That's kind of a waste of time. But if they're doing like, you know, like 35mm prints or something like that, that shit's kind of cool. That shit's worthwhile.
Dude, we go to the draft house like a few times a month. We love it. But like, I just like this month is apparently Shrek and Groundhog Day. We're going to see Companion this weekend.
What is that?
It's the next movie from the director of Barbarian. Which, if you haven't seen Barbarian, you should see Barbarian.
I mean, I've seen Barbarian. Wait, Companion. I think I have seen a trailer.
Look up the trailer for Companion. It looks fucking wild.
All right, let's wrap up with.
Did you watch Gladiator 2?
No, I didn't.
Oh, stop it! In the fucking show, we can talk
my
all you
mom
want
asked
about
me to go watch
Gladiator 2.
Guys,
My mom asked me to watch Gladiator 2 with her.
Good night, y'all.
I'm just gonna fade out. Bye, everybody. We'll see you
Fade
next
out.
week.
Do you want to watch Gladius? Do you want to watch Gladius, David? I was like, what's Gladius?
On the Xbox, original Xbox, PlayStation 2.
No,
the
the
LucasArts strategy RPG.
Gladius. Gladius. Well, she said something.
How long was that segment?
I'm stopping my recording.
I don't
How long
know.
was that segment?
What segment?
How long was it? An hour.
At least an hour.
20 minutes.
8 to
roughly?
4.
Okay.
Mine
8 to
says an
4,
hour
yes.
19.
Okay.
We did it.
David's segment went on for so long that Jaeger
didn't.
woke up.
No, it didn't. It wasn't that long.
It was pretty long.
No. 8:24.
Let's return momentarily.
I mean, you know, he's
Well, are
hardly
you ready
ever
for
on
the
I'm
the
not
show.
going to be here
Give
for
him-
very much longer.
Give him a
Chris Davis.
moment to say his piece, you know?
He said excessive. He said excessive quality. What about that ludicrous quality? Wait, what did you say? You said Shrek in what movie?
Groundhog
the other
Day.
one? Groundhog Day. That's a good movie, but
Yeah,
just I don't
guys,
know if I can
I'm
go
not
watch
even
it in
shitting you.
theater.
I am not even shitting you. I think last year was the first time since I could be wrong with this, but last year was the first time since we started dating that she didn't watch Groundhog Day twice on Groundhog Day.
Wait, does she like Groundhog Day a lot or what? I don't get.
Yes,
I'm trying to understand.
she loves that movie.
She's a Bill Murray fan. I love that movie too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, at some point, can't you just kind of?
She's a fucking Andy McDowell stan.
Is she
What does
even
that do with
aware
Bill
that
Murray?
Andy
film
McDowell?
was the cause of decades-long rift between Bill Murray and
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis?
I did not know that.
That's why there was never Ghostbusters 3.
Really?
Well, he did. He. Well, Harold Ramis died, but then, yeah, then fucking
Did he die? Was
Bill Murray.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no. We saw him as a ghost at the end of the third Ghostbusters movie. He's dead.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they like didn't talk until Harold Ramis was on.
What's
his
Chris
death.
Davis doing?
yeah.
He looks exasperated.
Oh, there's a cat in his chair.
Oh,
Brad, am I supposed to beat certain Japanese
She's a
games
chair
or something
thief.
like that?
I don't know.
You don't care if I beat
Honestly.
Blue Reflection or not, or like what's gonna
No,
impress
you go for it, man.
It's only
You go
me.
for
He
it.
only cares if I do it.
Well, it's only
Yeah.
funny, but the thing is, David will just like finish the challenge, I guess. No, but he'll do it the night before. He'll be like, "I'm
Well,
beating Blue Reflection. I'm hitting credits tonight." I don't know.
I went to Japan with Brandon James. You remember Brandon James?
You told me that you went to Japan with him already.
Yeah. Well, we were roommates in college, and then like we stayed in Kyoto together in a hotel, and then the next morning we woke up like 7 a.m. to go out, and he was like, I was worried you weren't going to wake up because in college you were always sleeping until like 4 p.m.
That's as someone who also lived with you. Yes, I'm
Oh, really?
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lot more responsible now.
Well, I mean, you sleep if you're tired. I'm not blaming you for that.
Oh, you remember? When
I will say, of all the people I've ever known,
Mm-hmm.
it reminds me so much of you, but like there could be like Henry will just stare at a TV no matter what's on it, like he's the most fascinating thing in the world. It could be the dumbest nursery rhyme bullshit that like Griffin's watching, and like Henry's just like entranced. I'm like, what are you doing? This is literal
Like, you don't
baby
even give a shit about this, right?
And he's entranced.
That's
and like that reminded me of you. It didn't matter what was on, like some bullshit was on TV. You're like super distracted and watching it.
Oh,
I'm like,
dude.
what's going on?
Dude, man, I went to go hang out with my friends in Japan, like my friend from Philadelphia, and he has kids. Have you ever seen this Danny Go, Sharks in the Water?
I do have to go to sleep.
I too,
Take
and I'm
my
the one
kids to
streaming.
school in the morning. It is my off day tomorrow, but I do have to take my kids to school, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Don't forget to upload your shit, David.
I did. There is bad news. That second segment, it stopped at 57 minutes for me. So that last 20 minutes you'll have to grab from the stream. But I do have 2 segments uploaded.
Why did it stop at 57 minutes?
I have no fucking clue. But I looked over at the second segment, 57 minutes, it stopped.
I can grab it, no worries.
Yeah. So
I'm really too.
I've uploaded 2 segments, but the last 20 minutes will have to be added from the stream.
Bye,
Good night, you guys. Good seeing you again, David.
Good night.
Hey, good evening.
You said you were down for Young Posse?
Good night.
No. Not Brand. You know, one day I'm just gonna show up at his house, man, with Young Posse, dude.
Hey, look, I've been trying to figure out where he lives for years, and he refuses to.
I know where he lives.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I have to go.
Sure.
It's late. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Wait, I need to send this. Where's this link
export
that you
those?
sent me?
Export both segments as MP3s and upload them to
that folder that you linked me to earlier, or what?
Yeah,
are we still live?
Yeah,
or no?
You can put it in that folder. That's fine.
We're still live.
Dang. Well, I still want to talk to some people, but I guess I could. I have to go run though. I run every day, and I haven't ran today. It's like 30 minutes before the day. Dude, I run like rain or snow. Oh, dude, you guys want to go talk to me while I run? Oh, we could do that. Yeah. Yeah.